But I thought I just heard Roxanne say you just almost got into a bad accident.
Well, I mean, just would have been me hitting the car in front of me, but there is going to be there is an accident on the bridge that I'm sure Pat will start talking about soon.
All right, so this is right southbound Howard Franklin.
Yes.
I-275 Howard Franklin southbound. So you say there is an accident?
Yes, there is an accident. A white van. What I saw multiple cars pulled over on the right side, but the one that I saw that was bad was a white van. Looked like it smashed into the guardrail. It was all like missing the front part of it.
Geez, like left side or right side?
The right side. And it was crazy because I was just like coming over the hump, and I wasn't in the far right lane. I was in the second to right lane. And I was like, gosh.
Dude, you're exasperated. You're out of breath.
I know, because my adrenaline is going.
Yeah. So how did you almost get, you mean you had to slam on the brakes to avoid other cars?
Yes, because I was in that not middle lane, but
dude, you're huffing and puffing.
I know. Wow. I was like, so all the cars that were in the right lane, because there was debris and stuff in the right lane from the accident.
It's like the whole front end of the van's all smashed off and then lying all over the road?
Yes. All of a sudden, there was a wave of cars into that middle lane. And so everybody had to slam on their brakes immediately. And I was like, inches from the person in front of me. So anyways, I feel bad for not a good way to start your Friday for those people. It didn't look like there wasn't a car flipped, but it was the whole front chunk of the van is off.
Welcome, folks. MJ Morning Show, Q105, 603. Fester, did you notice? Hold on. Why do you have this?
That face?
I'm Froggy and I are noticing the same thing.
Okay.
Fester has this face like he just saw a ghost or something.
So,
guess
who I was?
The most overused word in the world right now is so, and I'm guilty too. I hate starting off things with so, and we all do. Anyway,
let's not go to so rabbit hole. So guess who was behind Roxanne?
You know what? I don't even like going to Soho. All right, hang on. All right, go ahead.
So what? All right. Guess who was like 30 yards behind Roxanne on the interstate as the car in front of her jammed on her brakes, and she jammed on her brakes, and the red car behind her made an evasive, aggressive move to not smash into the back of Roxanne.
You mean a quick jerking lane?
You're 100% correct.
And got in front of me.
Let me a quick shifting.
Holy cow.
A lane jerk?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I just almost witnessed Roxanne getting totally rear-ended.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so this is just over the hump? Is this...
It's on the land side, right where the new jog is.
Oh, the new jog is. So you're on the land portion.
Yeah.
It's that new fill and the jog where the Howard Franklin toward the end, 275 southbound, St. Pete side, where it takes that little S shift in the road. That's where it happened. People were driving too fast this morning. When I left my house in South Tampa, 5:15-ish this morning, when I left my home, it was raining very heavily. There was some heavy rain at my house in South Tampa. I get on the Howard Franklin Bridge. The rain was still heavy on the Hillsborough side. Then about halfway across the bay as you get into Pinellas County, mid-bay, the rain seemed to subside. But the road's very wet, some standing water, and I'm watching people that are just driving way too fast. You're going to have people with crappy tires that are going to hydroplane. probably even people with decent tires going to hydroplane. And clearly, the white van either hydroplaned or lost control and smashed. Was it like a painter's work van kind of thing?
That's what it looked like.
Was
Did
it
you see it,
Was it
Fester?
marked or unmarked?
I think it was unmarked.
Unmarked.
I saw it only for a nanosecond out of the corner of my eye because I was more focused on Roxanne.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh my gosh, that would be the first morning show member I've ever seen get rear-ended since the time Froggy and I went to the toga party.
Because you've seen another member of the show get rear-ended?
Froggy once.
Oh.
Come
Rear-ended,
on,
is
really?
that?
I don't remember
is
the
that-
I don't remember.
need-
Is that like a joke?
You were
I need toga rear end jokes at 6:06 in the morning on a Friday.
all day long.
I don't think so. Well, Roxanne, I'm glad you're safe and sound.
Yeah.
But when you slammed on your brakes, I'm guessing that your SUV is just filled with kid crap, right?
No, there's no kid crap, but there's this big bag that I have, so that spilled everywhere. And my phone was next to my hip, and so I don't know where that is. I have to go find it.
Hold on, your phone is missing?
I know it's on the floor somewhere, but I've got to go look for it.
Your phone got lodged somewhere or went flying in the car? And
Yeah.
You mean you could not find your phone when you were exiting your vehicle from our parking lot to come up to the studio?
Well,
your phone went flying to the point that you can't even find it in your car right
This
now.
bag,
Yeah.
which is an open bag, it dumped everywhere. So I was busy putting all the contents back in the bag, and I didn't have time to look for my phone.
Can I point out that is quite the crap bag you carry around? I mean, what?
That is quite the crap mouth you carry around everywhere you go every day of your life.
You do carry a big crap mouth.
I'm just saying that Roxanne's got this almost like suitcase-sized
Hello,
bag.
I'm a mother.
But you're in here to do a morning show. What do you need in that bag right now?
None of your business.
Do you have a blow dryer in there?
No. What I have
What-
in here
I want to do an inventory.
I have a blowtorch.
I'll tell you right now.
I want to do
have,
an inventory of Roxanne's crap bag.
It's really just moldable bags within bags. Look, here's another purse
If
in
you're
another
going to
purse.
cop out with "I'm a mother," you better have an applesauce packet.
Hold on, you got a bag and a bag and a bag and a bag. It's like those like Russian dolls.
Yes, babushka dolls. Yes.
Here's one purse, right? She has her big bag with one purse, and she just pulled out a second purse.
Because in case you need a second purse.
Who the hell needs a second purse?
All right, well, let's check traffic. Let's see if our traffic is worth its salt. Let's find out if Roxanne's near accident and some white van smashed up Howard Franklin southbound is in the traffic report. Pat's not here. I guess what? Kathy's filling in.
An accident on the interstate this
Roxanne's phone has been found. Okay, Roxanne's phone has been found wedged, a big old wedgie in the car. Hold on, get to that in a second. First, just a quick money reminder. We got $1,000. We'll give it away. I got all distracted with Roxanne's near accident on the Howard Franklin Bridge, swerving and jamming on brakes to avoid some other accident with some van that spun out and smashed the wall or whatever the deal is. Again, roads are slick this morning, and you get people driving like maniacs when the roads are dry and you have inherently more traction, and then you got people still driving like imbetards when the roads are wet. So $1,000 on the way in minutes. It is now 6:21 here on a Friday morning. Another $4,000 to give away today in the 6 hour where we are right now. Next hour in the 7, the next hour in the 8 o'clock hour, and then again in the 9 o'clock hour. So $1,000 could be yours. Your chance to call in and win every single hour today with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. All right, so $1,000 on the way. I'll tell you when to call in momentarily. Now, Froggy, you actually went down to the parking lot in the dark to assist Roxanne. It's very nice of you because I don't really look at you, Froggy, as somebody that offers a helping hand.
Well, I was doing show prep in my truck, and she goes, "Froggy, help!"
Yeah.
So I go, okay,
was it smoky in your truck during the show prep?
No, I was show prepping. Man.
Was your show prep so good it was on fire?
No, it might have been combustible.
Was it smoking?
So I look over to my left, and
was
she's
there
like,
a skunky odor during the show prep?
It's like she's stranded on an island. She's going like this
I was.
Wait a minute. So you're
in my truck.
So you're
show prepping.
You're getting bombed in your truck.
No, I'm not. Please, do I sound bombed?
I'm sorry.
I had to get my phone.
Froggy does have a medical marijuana license. All right. So wait a minute. So you're in your truck doing show prep.
Yes.
And Roxanne is waving at you frantically. How far away is your vehicle from Roxanne's vehicle?
That's about 5 car lengths.
Okay.
So I hear, Froggy.
And
then I whirl my window down, and she's like, Froggy, help!
Yeah, because I knew it might be, if there was any cloudiness in the car, I needed to do like a big wave, like I'm landing a plane,
All right. So I said so. Now, Froggy, you then assisted Roxanne, and were you like climbing on the floorboard on your hands and feet?
No,
to
Roxanne was.
Oh, you were on your...
Yes. Yeah. And then she goes, I have an idea. Call my phone, because when you call her phone, it lights up apparently.
Well, I think most phones light up. I think
mine does.
No.
No, it blinks. The flashlight blinks.
Yeah, mine lights up like to induce a seizure.
Hold on.
Her flashlight goes off.
Someone call me.
We believe you.
No, it's really cool.
It's really cool.
Your phone is set to the
look, I'll call her right now.
The flash.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the hearing impaired room in a college dorm.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Roxanne's phone, and see it flashing right now. If she got a call near like the epileptic center,
oh jeez,
they'd be flipping out.
Why do you have that set? Why do you have your flashlight or your camera flash?
Situations like that.
I was just gonna say, worked out today for me, didn't it?
I guess it did.
Can't you ask your phone where it is and it talks back to you?
When you jammed on your brakes, your phone went flying, and Froggy said during the break just now, Froggy said that it was wedged under your brake pedal.
It inserted itself up there.
That could be dangerous when you're
really
driving.
Oh, tell me about it. That could have prevented you from braking, and you could have smashed into something at full speed.
Well, you know what's funny is after I passed that, I considered there was no safe place for me to get off the road, but I was so shaken up. And I thought that I was like, where's my phone? What if it's under my brake? And I was like, let me pull over and try to find it. And then I'll call the guys and tell them I'm late. But, I just went for it.
Tell you what, just reminded me of my contact lens going flying last night.
Ooh.
Can't find it.
How does your contact lens fly out of your eyeball?
Yeah.
All right.
What a creep.
It didn't fly.
Get some glasses, will you?
I do have glasses.
Well, wear them.
I wear them at home. If I take my contacts out, I put some glasses on. But I wear the rigid gas permeable lenses because back when I was like 18, I was diagnosed with a little keratoconus in my right eye.
Oh, that's not good.
It's a misshaped cornea. And one of the prophylactic type treatments of having keratoconus is they put you in a hard contact lens. They put you in rigid gas permeable lenses, and that kind of keeps the cornea shaped properly. And I'm happy to say that I had kind of a mild cornea issue with the keratoconus. And from the age of 18 to where I am right now in my 50s, I have had no change. So I'm maybe crediting the use of the contact lenses, the hard lenses early on as a treatment to keep my cornea shaped properly. I never had a problem since. It's really my eye is the same as it was when I was 18, so it never progressed. So I didn't need surgery. Everything's fine, but I do wear the rigid gas permeable hard contact lenses, and I was taking one out. I take my lenses out with a little eye plunger. Now imagine a little toilet plunger for a dollhouse. Mm-hmm. So imagine, do your kids
we've
have
seen it?
You've seen that plunger. My plunger's in. I got a plunger in the bag. So Roxanne, do your kids have a dollhouse, like a multi-level? Do they have that?
Oh, yeah.
With the furniture inside and all the little things and all the...
that is my daughter's. That is Daviana's life.
Oh, the dollhouse?
She just plays with accessories and does, characters.
Let's talk about accessories. So inside the dollhouse, is there a bathroom with a toilet?
Yes.
Okay. Well, imagine a little plunger for that toilet in your dollhouse.
Okay.
And that plunger is my eye plunger, and I use that to take out the hard lenses. And you just, it literally, it looks like sort of like a little toilet plunger, and you stick it on your contact lens, and you pull it right out.
Sounds like torture.
Some people, they take their fingers and I'm doing it on MJTV to, pop the lens out, or people with soft lenses, how they take their contact lenses out. But I've found over the years that this little like latex plunger, it's just so easy. Just touch your contact and you pull it right out. So I pulled it out last night as I was getting ready to go to bed, and I went to grab it off the plunger to put into my solution in my little contact lens case. And the damn, I guess I was just kind of clumsy with my fingers, and I hit it wrong, and the little latex plunger acted as like a giant, like Jack-in-the-Box spring, and the contact lens went poof and just flung somewhere in the bathroom. Michelle and I, for a half an hour, are looking all over the place. We can't find the damn thing, and it's tinted blue. So it's not like it's clear. You can see it when you drop it, and we can't find the damn thing. So somewhere's I got this,
If your dog ate it.
No, the dogs don't go upstairs.
Maybe the dog put it in their eye.
The dog was not upstairs. The dogs were not upstairs. So those things are not cheap. Those things are like $80 a piece.
I'm confused. I'm confused because Doug has contact lenses, and I find those on the floor.
Yeah, but he wears soft lenses. Does he wear the disposables?
I find him. I find
the
him
little
everywhere.
foil packet, like dailies or weeklies.
Yeah.
No, these are my hard lenses, my RGPs, my rigid gas permeables. I wear these things for like over a year, a couple of years at a time. Oh yes, it's a hard plastic, and I clean them every day, and sometimes multiple times a day if I get the eye gooks.
What a pain.
So No, I love it. And
I love it.
I don't have an issue. I don't even feel them unless, I'll tell you, the worst thing, though, and you've seen me in absolute pain. The worst thing, there's one bad thing about these hard contact lenses. When you get even the tiniest microscopic piece of dust or sand or something underneath or in your eye, it feels like somebody is taking a knitting needle from Michael's Arts and Crafts and jamming it in your eyeball.
What about the needles from
what?
What about the Joann's needles?
Oh, from Joann's Fabrics?
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to slight Joanne.
Theirs are sharper.
Do you remember Joanne, our business person?
Yeah.
The pencil sharpener story is the best.
Pencil? I don't remember that.
Oh, come on. You don't know. Fester remembers the pencil sharpener. Do you remember? Joanne was the best.
The sweetest old lady.
Yeah. So, Joanne, when you think about the lady with like the cat came back, with the little hair bun and everything. We had a woman named Joanne who worked for years. I think she worked at the radio company even before like J-Corps bought for years.
She worked like in the business office.
She was in the business office.
Oh, she was so sweet.
And I remember she caused quite a stink. She installed a pencil sharpener on the metal door frame of her office outside of.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember the pencil sharpener. I used that pencil sharpener.
But it was just bizarre.
What?
And she was, I think she's deceased now.
Is she? I don't know.
Yeah, may she rest in peace. But she was also responsible for remember the $4 plastic Sam's Club or Walmart lawn and garden white plastic chairs we had in our lobby?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how that happened, but this was, J-Core Broadcasting. I think it might have even turned into Clear Channel.
She was kind of country.
And she was
In
in
a little bit
charge.
rock and roll.
She was in charge of decorating the lobby. And we literally, in our lobby of a major radio station complex, we had $3.88 Sam's Club or Walmart Lawn and Garden Center. You know those white plastic chairs?
Yeah, that Fester snaps.
Oh, that Fester is too heavy for. Those are the chairs where they have like a weight limit, like 250 or something. Fester, whenever Fester would sit in one of those white chairs, the legs would immediately go boom and like just go in all four directions. So, I think over a year we had plastic lawn furniture in our radio station lobby. It was like I couldn't even believe it. So then Joanne. She, management was ticked. She took one of those old school pencil sharpeners. What was the brand on that? I'm trying to think of the brand.
The kind you see in a classroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was a classroom pencil sharpener that used to be mounted like on a wooden cubby in the back of the room or
When I
whatever.
bought my house, there was one of those. There's one in my garage right now from like the 50s.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just like some old sharpener.
Yeah. So she took one of those pencil sharpeners and drilled it into the metal door frame on the outside of her office. So here you have this nice office environment, and there's just this old school pencil sharpener.
The company's name is Exacto.
Was it?
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Like the 9?
That's the one that has that.
It's the old dial, so you spin the dial to put the different size pencils in.
Yeah, you push the little tab down.
Or Bostlich.
People come to work one day, and in the middle of the office, we have these metal door frames surrounding the doors to go into offices, and she just like drilled into the metal door frame, and so it's just a old school pencil sharpener.
Oh my god! I just pictured it. It was. I thought you were saying it was on the door.
No,
But
it was on the metal door frame.
Right, okay, yeah, I remember.
I don't
that.
see why every business and house doesn't have one mounted on it.
Anybody need a shopping?
Folks, we got $1,000 to give away next. So the next segment, guaranteed. Somebody's going to win $1,000 with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Somebody wins a grand next. It could be you. And if you don't know the winner from yesterday's 9 o'clock contest's first name, well, listen to see who wins next. Get the name so you can call in the 7, then the 8, then the 9. You always need to know the previous hour's winner's first name. And then we'll do morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Yeah, we're just minutes away from another $1,000 and a chance to win $1,000 in moments. I'll give you the cue. I'll tell you what caller to be. And if you are, and you know the last winner from the 9 o'clock hour yesterday, you'll be the next $1,000 winner with MJ Bill Pay, helping to pay your bills after all those Christmas credit card purchases start rolling in. So $1,000 on the way in just a couple of minutes during this segment, guaranteed. And then we'll do it again next hour, then the 8 o'clock hour, then the 9 o'clock hour. Every hour. We've done it all this week. Every hour, every day this week, $1,000 an hour. It's 20 grand total. MJ Morning Show, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. And the next chunk on the way. Hey, Fester, I thought of you because the first time we saw that motion picture money was when you were an extra in The Punisher, which was shooting in downtown Tampa with John Travolta and
my co-star.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane.
Yeah. So I thought of you when I saw this, a Wawa location on multiple occasions, a Wawa location up in New Jersey, somebody's passing off those fake $100 bills that say for motion picture use only. How oblivious of a Wawa clerk or, I guess an employee, checkout person, whatever you call them. How oblivious do you have to be to take fake $100 motion picture money duds?
I can't think of a time that I've spent even over $20 or $50 and they haven't marked it or put it underneath the laser or something. Nobody takes cash
they've
anymore
got that
without checking it.
the light or they take that like pen, right? They take the pen, and if the pen comes up a certain color, it's like fake.
I go to a cigar place. I give the guy a couple of bucks, and he has to run it all through a laser machine. And I'm like, okay, buddy.
I saw something really interesting, and I don't know. It popped up like in my Instagram video feed. There was a reel that popped up, and I don't know if it's. Does anyone have a $100 bill by any chance?
No, I stopped carrying cash.
Yeah, but you should always carry just a little bit.
Yeah, I have cash in the car. I'm not carrying cash on me now.
Oh, great. So now you're advertising you get thousands in cash in your car?
They call me Cash Money Mike.
I don't have $20,000 in singles sitting in my house like somebody who probably hasn't brought them back to the bank yet.
No, I did. I took 20 grand out in $1 bills to shoot the promo videos for MJ Bill Pay. So I shot a couple of videos and I got real money. I got 20 grand in $1 bills to kind of give you the giant money pile effect. And no, I took the money back. It was never unbanded. I took it back and redeposited the money. You know what I saw? I saw, and I don't know if this is real. I meant to check this out. This was over Christmas break. A reel popped up where some dude is on Instagram and he's showing you one of the new $100 bills. And if you look to the right of the portrait, you've got that little strip.
Yes.
And apparently about a quarter of the way down from the top, there's like a little notch that if you take a toothpick, you can actually stick it underneath the strip. There's like this little area of just like maybe 1/8 of an inch where they claim that you can take a toothpick and stick it underneath like a little, like a flap in the strip, that most of the strip is embedded, but there's a little portion that is above, and you can actually stick something underneath. I have no idea. If I meant to try it, but I didn't have a $100 bill.
Want me to go ask around the building? Well, it's radio. Nobody probably has a $100 bill.
The funny thing
certainly
is,
these days.
when I had that fake $100 bill from the Punisher movie, it looked obviously fake.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, nothing about it looked like a dollar bill or a $100 bill.
Look, Fester's on Amazon right now, and you can buy this fake movie prop money. It says movie prop use only.
But if at a quick look, it looks just like, there's Ben Franklin looking at me. The $100, the hundreds on all four corners are in the same font.
Come on, but just look at it. Also, you feel the paper. You can tell that it's not that special linen.
Isn't it a little lighter? It looks whiter than normal.
It looks fake. It does not, and it feels fake.
Got a point. You got
what I'm saying. All right, let's give away the $1,000 right now. Hey, speaking of money, we're going to give you a whole pile of fake money. You're going to get motion picture money. No, I'm kidding. I guarantee you're going to get a check.
Fake Russian money.
No, you're going to get a check. So we'll take what number do you want to do? Let's make it easy here. Let's go with caller number
212.
Good idea. Yes. Caller 212 right now.
Good idea.
That might be a little much.
Look, you're getting the middle finger from Andrew.
How dare you?
Andrew just flipped you the big old bird.
Old school without the knuckles. I like it.
Yeah, look at that. All right, so let's go caller 50, all right? Make it easy. Caller 50 right now, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're caller 50 and you know the last winner of the grand yesterday in the 9 o'clock hour, you win the next $1,000. And if you're saying, I don't know who won, well, then listen, see who wins now, know that name, and then you can call in next hour. And then it all repeats. It cascades. Then 8 o'clock hour, you got another 7. 9 o'clock hour, you got another 8, et cetera. That's how it works. As we're giving away $4,000 again today with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Caller 50 800-990-1047. Andrew is screening calls right now. Yes, Froggy.
I just thought of something.
Yes.
Yesterday, I got flicked off at the gas station.
Did you?
And that Andrew flicking me off reminded me of that.
Hold on. Why did you get flicked off at the gas station?
Well, somebody wasn't turning out, and they were on their phone, and they missed an opportunity to turn, and I honked, and then the guy flicked me off, and I noticed he gave me a bird without balls. Now, how do you do it? Do you do it? MJ, do you do it with or without?
I've never called it that.
I call it wings.
Do you with or without wings? How are you?
Yeah, can we clean up the language?
He did it like this, no wings. And I go, man, that's an aggressive. But with the wings, I think that's kind of lame.
I can't make a tight enough fist to give it without wings.
I guess I don't do it often enough. I'm kind of like a wimpy winged person. They're kind of like
Just half.
flush to my
A lazy
middle
bird.
finger. Yeah.
If I'm going to take the time to flip somebody off, I'm going to give them one of these. You kind of like that.
Oh, you mean the
Hey, you, and you kind of hit your forearm and
the other arm into the crease
Yes.
of the
Yeah.
elbow kind of thing with
your
the
face.
Or the swipe the bottom of the chin.
I tell you what I noticed though, and I think we're all recognizing this: the amount of road rage, the people that are just so quick to flip you the bird with a little horn hunk. You've got different horn hunks. You have just a little toot toot as a hey, the light's green.
That's
or,
what I did.
You know, a little toot toot, or you have the.
That's too much.
But people are flipping you off now for the little toot toot friendly horn hunk.
My toot toot doesn't deserve the bird with wings.
cars
No.
these days do not have the friendly little beep beep. They're longer toots.
No, they're not.
Dude, it depends on how you push the horn thing.
You're just making up stuff.
You're just making exactly. You're
I'm
just
not.
making up crap.
I'm not. I'm telling you. This is science.
Cars
No,
don't
it's
have
not
horns that go
science.
beep beep anymore.
It doesn't sound friendly anymore. Everything sounds aggressive.
The horn duration is as long as you push the horn, dude.
But it sounds aggressive. Everything. Nothing's.
Are you saying the sound of the horn has changed?
Yes.
I agree with Frog. You just make crap up these days. You do.
It's the evolution of the horn.
So I was yesterday. I kind of I did something bad on the road, and I apologized to them with a wave. And my daughter's like, "Did you give them the I'm sorry?" And then they gave me the I'm sorry. So I've been actually experiencing positive I'm sorry
you gotta
signs.
flick 'em off.
I'm telling you right now,
Flick
I'm
'em off.
seeing more nastiness. There's more just aggression and nastiness on Tampa Bay roads than I've ever seen. 6:51 MJ Morning Show. Let's say hello to caller 50. Who is this? John. Where are you calling from, John?
Stuck on 75 at MLK.
Oh, is that like the accident area?
Yeah, that's a big accident at MLK on 75.
Oh, man, I tell you what. You're stuck in traffic, probably going nowhere fast right now, but I think we're about to make things a little better for you. John, stuck on I-75 traffic. Are you calling for the $1,000?
I am, but I have no idea who won yesterday.
Son of a... Really?
John, what?
I agree.
John, you were this close, John. All you needed to know
Just say a
was,
name.
was who won. We'll give you a chance to just guess. But, John, all you needed to know is who won in the 9 o'clock hour yesterday for $1,000. So, John, you're stuck in traffic, and now you just lost $1,000. It double sucks now.
I haven't lost yet. I can still guess.
You
correct?
can, yes. So, John, you are caller 50. Guess who won the $1,000 in the 9 o'clock hour yesterday?
I'm going to go with my wife's name, and her name is Danielle.
Oh, my God.
That is incorrect.
That would have been crazy if it
Remember
was
a couple of
your wife's name.
seconds ago when you said I haven't lost yet?
Well, now you have lost. Well, listen, John, thank you for listening. You know how the contest works, right?
I do.
I see you called up just to make a guess?
Well, yes. I didn't think I'd actually get through.
Well, you did, and people do get through like you, John. John, listen, thank you for listening. I'm sorry I couldn't give you the $1,000.
You're welcome.
All right,
Ay,
but
ay, ay.
guess what? John's loss is somebody else's gain. Folks, this is live radio. Let's grab the next line. This would technically be caller 51. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Wayne.
Wayne, where are you calling from?
Tampa.
Wayne, We just had John on, and John was the right caller, but he didn't know the name of the 9 o'clock hour winner yesterday.
I heard that.
So his loss is your gain. Wayne,
Let's hope so.
do you know who won in the 9 o'clock hour yesterday for $1,000?
Sandy.
That is right! $1,000, Wayne, is yours with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group.
Thank you, Kemp Law Group.
Yep.
Thank you, MJ.
That you betcha. All right, buddy. And you're Wayne in Tampa, right?
Correct.
Wayne, congratulations. So everyone needs to know your name for next hour's $1,000. Wayne, hold on. Andrew's going to grab your information right now, and you'll get your check for $1,000.
Thanks. Enjoy your scuba diving vacation.
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks away, but I'll tell everyone that hasn't heard about it. What's coming up. I'm taking Chloe on a college graduation trip. So, Wayne, hang on a sec, okay, buddy?
All right. Take care.
You too. All right, look at that, $1,000. One guy loses, another guy wins. So that's how the contest works. 6:54 at the MJ Morning Show. Running just a little late here this morning, but I didn't expect to have to go to a backup call, but hey, crap happens, right?
I don't understand John's logic.
Yeah.
I'm going to call in, although I'm completely unprepared to win this prize.
I'll just take a guess. All right, 7 o'clock hour, MJ Morning Show starts next. And Froggy's hitting me up. Froggy, oh my gosh, it's not real.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not real. All right, Froggy started on...
Harvey Weinstein. Who's the guy? Levin?
All right, listen. Froggy falls for this stuff. Hang on. We'll explain. Hang on. We'll explain next. It's not real, dude.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
It's not real.
Okay, dude.
Next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, if your carpets are stained... Running late, not going to even play the one song in a row, just a rejoin bumper. Enjoy this. 7:01 at the MJ Morning Show. A little bit of drama minutes ago. The 50th caller did not know the first name of the 9 o'clock winner yesterday, so we could not give the $1,000 to caller 50. We had to move to the next caller, caller 51. And they did know who won in the 9 o'clock hour yesterday. So hopefully you just listened and you know the name of the guy that just won. And we're now in the 7 o'clock hour. It's 7:02 now. So sometime this hour, we'll give away another $1,000. Roxanne wants to talk about her alcohol issues. We'll do that here in just a minute. Hang on. First, though, Froggy blows up my phone again last night. I'm getting texts. I told you it's happening. It's happening again.
Oh, it's only 3 times in a week.
Then he's sending me these texts with links. The link he sent me was to TMZ.
Oh, yeah, and they really throw out fake stories.
Dude.
Please.
There's no alien on a hill in Brazil.
Is that like a nursery rhyme?
Listen, you look at the video and you tell me those things.
It's a new Dr. Seuss book.
The alien on the hill in Brazil.
Exactly.
You're just an idiot.
He was
man.
cold. He had to chill.
You're calling me an idiot?
Sorry, let me fix that. A stupid idiot.
Oh, what, Mr. Idiot?
No, really dumb idiot, because this is happening.
You know what?
Over and over again.
That's a great name for a company.
Really dumb idiot?
No, Mr. Idiot. What could Mr. Idiot do? What kind of product or service?
What do you want to call Mr. Idiot over to do at the house? Work on your HVAC system?
Mr. Idiot.
Work on your plumbing.
Just think about that.
Oh,
Hey, it's MJ from Mr. Idiot.
Those are commercials going to be like, I'm here, Mr. Idiot.
Mr. Idiot Plumbing.
Oh, God. He uses his mouth to plumb.
I'm sorry. That's just fun.
Or you show up with those tiny plungers you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
I bought my mini plunges.
Mr. Idiot. All right. Well, Mr. Coffee. Do they still have Mr. Coffee machines?
Yeah.
Or did the Keurigs put them out of business?
They still make them.
I don't know. Mr.
Absolutely.
Idiot. Anyway, Froggy blows up my phone last night with another round of just garbage. And the internet is going crazy again because there are a couple of photos of a guy on a hill who's looking out, even appears to be holding up his camera to take a picture.
No, that's an alien surveying the land.
It is not an alien.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
That thing is 14 feet tall.
It is not 14 feet tall. Dude,
look at the mountain and that. No, you're stupid because the mountain is big, and if you do, you know how they do with the things, and you say how big he is compared to the mountain.
Hold on, you know how they do what they do with the things.
Yes.
First of all, for all you,
I couldn't be any clearer.
I would like to give you the Clarity Award here on the MJ Morning Show today.
I'll take it and I'll throw it out the window. All right. Now, that thing was 14 feet tall. He's surveying the land. There was another smaller one that was about 10 feet.
No.
Behind it.
That is not true.
All right. Then we had the jellyfish alien. You couldn't explain that.
All right.
Turning from black to white, going in the ocean, coming out for 17 minutes. Now we have giant aliens.
Hold on. You forgot about the...
We had the Miami aliens.
You forgot about the light reflection from the video at the mall in Miami that people thought on New Year's Day was an alien when it was not. It was just a light reflection.
Yeah, okay, there's videos coming out from people that were there.
You are so susceptible. You
are so ass-ceptible.
You are so impressionable. The power of suggestion for you. Somebody just has to say, oh, look, that's an alien. And it could be some kid with a lollipop at a state fair, and you believe it's a freaking alien. I mean, come on. I'm looking at the TMZ posted this last night, and it is a dude on a hill. That's it.
Okay, so he just happens to be a giant.
You can't tell the perspective.
It's like the guy from the first Guinness Book of World Records, Robert Waldlow. He was like 8 foot. What was his name?
Robert Wadlow from East Alton, Illinois, at 8'11", I think.
Yeah. That's how tall this thing was.
That's
8'11".
It is not.
Unless it was Robert's grandkid.
All right, let me share with you the headline from TMZ. Andrew, can you go ahead and grab this and just put the link up? Because it's on TMZ, but sometimes you got to scroll for 9.5 years.
Yeah.
Type in alien,
to
dummy.
get to the story. Well, listen, just grab it, Andrew. Put it on our website. We'll put the link to TMZ. It'll give us like 4 minutes, and we'll have it up at mjmorningshow.com in as heard on the MJ Morning Show. So you go to mjmorningshow.com. Near the top of the page, you'll see as heard on the MJ Morning Show. And the headline...
Look at that thing.
It is a guy on a hill.
Look at that.
Oh, come on.
Look, Fester, look at that thing.
There's nothing to see
Come
here.
on, this stupid commercial. Get out of here. I hate you.
Just stop. Let me read the
God,
headline.
that place looks awful.
From TMZ. Brazil aliens, super tall beings caught on video roaming around hillside.
Yes.
It's a guy taking a picture. It is just the
Okay,
shadow.
some circus freak?
It's the shadow. It's the perspective. It's shooting up.
Why is he so tall?
All right, but look at it,
You
Fester. Look at
don't
it.
know. It's
Look at that.
That's a giant man.
It
It's
is-
a giant alien.
Look at that.
All right.
It's thin. It's lanky.
Yeah.
Its arms are like 10 feet long. Look at his arm.
Oh yeah, the what is
Fester.
that wingspan? That wingspan is not human.
Fester, give me a break, dude.
It's a
All right.
very awkward human look.
There's not a lot of definition. It's shadowy. It's looking up.
Look at how big the mountain is compared to him.
The perspective is elongating.
Look at surveying.
It's just a
look at his alien hair.
taking a
Look at his-
picture.
Look at his alien
This-
stance.
all right, guys.
Dude, I am freaked out.
All
They're
right.
coming for you.
Froggy, there are no freaking aliens. There were
Orson Welles was right.
no aliens in. That was a fake radio theater in 1938.
What's happening? 36.
No, it was not 36. War of the Worlds was October 30th of 38.
What do you know? They're coming.
Hey, let me look that up, make sure I was right.
Look at that thing. It's wearing like an alien dress. Oh, I got the chills. Ooh.
I don't know.
Fester, come on.
I'm not buying that one. It could just be a very ugly person taking a photo.
Okay, then explain the flying
Dude,
jellyfish.
It did.
You can't explain it. You just sit here and say you believe everything. You have no explanation. You pick at nits for no reason.
You don't want to believe.
Yeah.
October 28th. No, that's not.
I was exactly right. October 30th, 1938 was War of the Worlds.
Well, I have the original. So.
I was exactly right. Don't challenge me.
It's a
Don't
Mercury
question me.
radio production.
Exactly. So, Froggy.
Oh man. Okay, so when you get probed first, then we'll talk.
Sign me up.
And with the looks of his arm, it's going to be a good one.
Andrew, do you have the link up on MJ Morning? It is. If you want to see what Froggy's freaking out about, and Froggy is freaked out now, what? This is the third time in a week.
I wish you would take calls sometime on believers because we're out there. You ever heard of a guy? You ever heard of a guy named Art Bell?
You're out there.
All right, George Norrie.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
All right, these people are alien experts. Nick Pope. You ever heard of him? Yeah, that's right. You haven't because you don't know nothing about nothing. You're an ass. Thank you. I'm done.
Do you feel better about yourself?
I just wish you would believe so we could prepare. We need buckets of food.
709 is we need buckets of
And just shelter or something.
709 at the MJ Morning Show. How do they come up with this crap? The average person suffers from 113 bad nights of sleep a year.
I wish that's all I had.
Yeah, for real.
Really?
Yeah, I have more like 300 bad nights of sleep.
Are you serious?
It's a rough year.
I mean, when do you really ever wake up for this job and go, oh, I'm so refreshed, ready to take on the day?
MJ says that he does.
I have like 2 bad nights a year.
Yeah, and you only sleep like 4 hours a night. So those are all bad nights. Any night that you're not getting 8 hours of sleep, in my book, is a bad night.
Yeah, 8 hours.
8 hours?
I can't sleep 8 hours.
Well, I can sleep 15 hours.
If I have nothing to do on a Friday night, I go to bed. I don't need to wake up on a Saturday morning or a Saturday night going into Sunday morning. If I've got nothing going on, there is no clock set on my phone. There's no cuckoo going off at 4:42 a.m. If I just go to sleep, not a care in the world, I cannot sleep past like 6.5 hours. Impossible. And most of the time, even on the weekends, I'm up like 5.5 hours. I got a whopping 5 hours of sleep last night.
Yeah.
I do get typically a little nap during the day. You know, those 30, 45-minute rechargers, man, those do wonders for me. But I have discussed this numerous times with you guys on the show. It's like twice a year where you have the craziest, most lucid dreams, and you feel like you're awake the whole night. So it's the nighttime dreaming and sleeping where you feel like you are not sleeping.
You wake up sore. You ever wake up like when your legs are sore because you've been running in your dream?
No.
No, I'm sorry. That hasn't happened to me.
I have
friend.
restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you, like twice a year, or maybe once a year, I'll have like just a hard sleep reset.
Well,
That's called hibernation.
Like a 12-hour.
do you store nuts in your jowls?
Not in my jowls.
No. All right. Now,
Let me tell you about my sleep issues. All right. So they say 7 to 9 hours is what every adult needs. I know my body. I need 9 hours. I get
9?
about 7 hours.
That's awesome.
But an optimal version of me would be 9 hours. I just did the math though, and that means I would be sleeping 6.5 weeks a year.
Really?
bad.
Holy crap. All right, the reason why I'm bringing this
More
up
than I
is
know.
there's a new one of these study finds. The average American gets a perfect night's sleep only 132 nights a year, according to a new survey. And that means 120 nights are good sleeps. So 132 are perfect, 120 are good sleeps, and 113 nights are terrible. And I'm telling you, I only get terrible sleep about twice a year. And that seems to be about the average, that I have those crazy dream nights where your dreams are so lucid that you feel like you're like almost aware that you're sleeping but not sleeping. And that only happens like 2 nights a year. And then it just feels like you didn't sleep all night long. So I only get 2 crappy nights of sleep a year. So,
Those are bender nights, probably, right?
Yeah, if you drink alcohol, you're never going to have a good night's sleep. And you drink more than 2 nights a year. Let's admit it.
Yeah, it's when I go to those meth houses. Yeah.
Dude, I told you where to go.
Please stop it. All right, 7:13 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hey, I've got some really good news. I've got an hour and 20 minutes of non-stop MJ next. 1 hour and 20 minutes. That means no commercials, no music, just nonstop MJ Morning Show content. And the other amazing thing that's going to happen is we're going to give away another $1,000 this hour. So an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ Morning Show content and $1,000 all starts next on the MJ Morning Show right here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, I've got... Alcohol issue in the last. Morning Show, Q105, 724, $1,000 on the way in just a bit. Another grand. You could win another 1,000 this hour, another 1,000 next hour in the 8 o'clock hour, another 1,000 in the 9 o'clock hour. It's MJ Bill Pay, helping to pay your bills as those Christmas credit card bills start rolling in. I'm sure $1,000 will help. And another one is on the way momentarily. We gave away $1,000 last hour, another $1,000 in minutes. Just listen. It will tell you exactly when to call in here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. It is MJ Bill Pay. Thank you to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, and you call us if you want $1,000 in just a few minutes. We'll give you full instructions on the way in just a bit. Roxanne's alcohol issues in just a second. Roxanne wants to quiz us, and this is something that Roxanne wants to bring up. Roxanne wants to discuss this. I have no idea where this is going, but we'll find out in a second. Roxanne and alcohol, folks, in minutes. First, though, question for you, Froggy. You used the restroom about 25 minutes ago because you said that you were, because I called you. I'm like, hey, we're coming back early. And you said, hey, I'm in the bathroom. And then I believe, did you just use the restroom again?
Yeah, what's to you, dude? What are you spying on me?
Well, because I have something I want to address. When you finished in the restroom, can you describe the hand-washing experience that you had?
Just like everybody else, I spit on my hands and I rub them together and walk out. Besser taught me that.
I'm being serious. Can you, the last 2 trips to the bathroom in the last 26 minutes or so, can you please describe explicitly your hand-washing experience in our men's room down the hall?
It's not. I don't go down the hall. I go downstairs down the hall. I go in the nice one.
Oh.
I never use the one here. It's disgusting. It makes me sick.
So you use the restroom next to the law offices downstairs?
Yes, the luxury suites.
Do you use the one that's for both?
Yes.
I
use the unisex one.
All right. Well, then I guess I can't entrap you.
Yeah, I noticed you were doing that. I was like, what kind of setup is this?
I'm being honest here.
Only law enforcement can entrap somebody, by the way.
I was setting up a Froggy entrapment.
Maybe Fester can
live on the MJ Morning Show, because I was going to ask you, so tell me about your hand washing experience, because I was in the restroom earlier this morning, just prior to the show starting at 6 a.m. There is no soap in either dispenser. What is our janitorial services here? Suck!
Dude, there was trash bags lining the hallway a couple weeks ago because they didn't pick up the trash. And there was a note that said, please, we beg you, pick up the trash.
They fired our original office cleaning crew, and then we ended up with like a worse office cleaning crew. There's no soap in the men's room. Not dispenser 1 with sink 1, not in dispenser 2, in sink 2. So I had to go into the ladies' room this morning.
You should have gone to the unisex one right next door.
I did not. I went to the ladies' room.
With the Keith Urban sign?
There was no one in there. I knocked on the door. I was like, hello, anyone in here? And the lights were off. And so I had to use...
I'm reporting that to HR.
No soap. No soap radio. What was that stupid thing? Remember that? There was some kind of stupid, I don't know. Anyway, literally no soap radio. That's just disgusting. I mean, they can't check our soap dispensers?
I've never seen a place, when you hear somebody say, this place is falling apart. This place literally is falling apart.
Falling apart.
It's weird.
Well, the studios, I mean, listen, I'm telling you, folks, there's going to be a morning where we're not on the air because the radio console died. Because, I mean, this stuff is the equipment. We're supposed to have a new studio 3 years ago.
Wait, how long did you sign for in your new one?
New deal's a 2-year deal. They wanted 3. I said I said I'd do 2.
Will it be done?
What? No, I haven't signed yet.
Okay.
I sent the contract to Ron, our general manager, market vice president. They gave me the deal like 2 days before New Year's, and you know how they are. Get this signed to us right away. Yeah, like my attorneys are able to look at this like the day before New Year's Eve on a weekend. It's like, come on.
You called your attorney and you're like,
I did.
Give me an excuse not to sign this because I'm not signing during Mercury retrograde, and I am proud of you for that.
Oh, I didn't sign yet. And folks, Roxanne was adamant that I not sign my contract before January 2nd because of this Mercury retrograde crap. Hey, I was watching an old episode of Hawaii Five-0 last night.
Yeah.
The original one from 1967 and 1980, and I'm on season 12 now. So I'm about to finish watching all the original Hawaii Five-0s. I started like last spring. So yeah, just occasionally I'll just watch an episode. And I saw there was a scene, and I thought of you because one of the characters said this. They said, Mars is in my 8th house. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah,
Mars is in my 8th house.
I'm not that deep, but that's, I don't know about the houses and all that kind of stuff. I don't know about that.
Anyway, whatever the hell that means, I just thought of you and your, that kind of kooky stuff.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, now, Roxanne and alcohol, and then, I've got who likes Uncrustables?
I love
Oh,
those.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
I'll down them, yeah.
You know, Michelle, my lovely wife, is an Uncrustable fan of monumental proportions. My wife loves a strawberry Uncrustable, and I've got an Uncrustable warning in just a second. First, Roxanne, what is this little Roxanne's relationship with alcohol that you would like to talk to us about?
Well, it's my personal story, but then it applies to everyone. So I'll tell you about it. But last night, I had the opportunity to have a glass of wine. And my question to you guys is, do you think I did or didn't? Bear in mind, I'm going on that was day 12 of no alcohol. And just to be
and this is like a New Year's resolution or a dry January?
It's more just happening organically and kind of like a study of human behavior to see what this dry January is all about. Full transparency on my alcohol consumption. I'm probably like a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday drinker. I have a glass of wine with a meal.
Now,
That's really the extent of it. When I go on vacation, I binge. But go ahead. Yes.
Listen, I know that you've confided in me, but I think, in the course of this discussion, I think it's important that you told me that you wanted to back off because you counted, I think you said about 20 blackout drunk days last year where you woke up somewhere strange and,
that happens,
I confided that to you when we were, when we grabbed a
one
drink
was,
after
One was when
the
you
show
were reading
one
to
day.
your kids' class, right?
Yes. I fell over while I was reading to my kids'
Your
class.
your 4-year-old kid, right?
Yes,
It was mommy
exactly.
reading day, and you were blackout drunk there,
Yeah,
right?
I was. That's correct. No, I'm being honest right now. We like to make jokes. I go a little overboard when we go on vacation because everybody does. But in real life,
you
I'm
want
like
us to guess. You want us to guess.
Did I or did I not?
Whether you imbibed, whether you were tempted by the fruit
Yes.
of the grape.
Yes.
Of the wine.
I saw it. I saw it right there, ready for me to grab. I was about to take a photo of it and send it to you guys.
Where was this?
I was at a restaurant.
Last night?
Yes. And I was about to
What
take
restaurant were you at?
Louis Pappas's. And I was going to take a photo and send it to you guys and say, yay or nay.
Who were you
Should
with?
I?
Were you with Dig Dug? Or?
And my 2 children. Yes. And that would be a normal occurrence for me to have, like I said, I'm a Tuesday, Thursday, have a glass of wine. Saturday, have a glass of wine. Did I or did I not? Yes or no?
Obviously, you did not, because you would not be doing this because you want to still puff yourself up that you're staying dry in January. So,
I'm
no.
not patting myself on the back for this.
Hold on. Wait. Hang on. What do you mean you had an opportunity? Of course, any restaurant you go to, you have an opportunity to order a glass of freaking wine.
Right, but it was right there staring at me.
What was right there staring at you?
Okay, so you
What,
say...
a bottle walked over? Hello, Roxanne, I am alcohol. Drink me. Drink me.
Like instead of...
Did the appetizer come up to you and say, eat me, eat me?
Yes, like in Alice in Wonderland.
I think she went wet yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, a wet Thursday night for
You
Rox.
think it was?
No, you did not drink. You're not bringing this up. You want to puff yourself up as having self-control.
Is this something
I don't
adults
care about
brag
having
about?
self-control. Yeah.
Is this something adults really have to make a deal about?
Right.
Did I drink one glass of wine last night or not?
Roxanne wants
but
to know.
it's leading up to something.
Okay,
She's Fester.
I'm asking.
Give it a
'cause
second.
I'm just trying to see if she's trying to manifest her recovery on us.
Let her pay this off, okay?
The
Go ahead.
answer is no, I did not.
I told you.
The reason
Boo.
is because it was barefoot wine, and I wasn't gonna
What? I love
get
that
back
stuff.
into it. We're barefoot.
I thought
Okay.
you were going to say there was a bottle of Walgreens isopropyl.
But
The
today is a new day because do you know what today's national day is, MJ?
National Day Drinking Day.
It's National Blackout Drug Day.
No,
What?
it's Quitters Day.
You know I hate this.
I know, but this is
You know I
important.
hate national days, and I don't talk about those typically.
It's Quitters Day. This is the day everybody is most likely to ditch their resolutions, give up on dry January.
Really?
So even though I didn't last night, in honor of Quitters Day today, I think I might.
Yeah.
7:30. Congratulations
So-
on your self-restraint.
I saw
Thank
a
you.
meme on Facebook Reels, and it said, "Name something trashy for poor people."
Sounds like a Family Feud question.
But
Welcome to the feud.
Right.
Hey, Louie, welcome to the feud. What's the question, Louie?
Well,
the question,
yeah, sorry, I was going through the menu for lunch.
Lily, all the food was talking to him like
So
a bottle of
what's
wine.
the question?
The question was, name something trashy for poor people.
Name something
Hey,
trashy.
Wait,
for-
wait.
What?
Hey,
But
wait a minute.
classy for rich people. And the answer was day drinking. And I was like, there's
Where the
there's
hell?
Roxanne.
Really?
That's
I mean-
interesting.
I mean, you know, somebody broke his day drinking, then just some lazy lush. Some bougie chick is getting all sauced up in the afternoon. It's Roxanne.
I have an Uncrustable warning.
Oh, I love those so much.
Those are my Smuckers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a name like Smuckers, it's gotta be good.
Great. If you let those sit out for about 20 minutes,
With a name like Fester, it's gotta be large. Okay, thanks. I was trying to subdue it a little bit.
Like MJ, it's got to be short.
Oh. All right. Now, an Uncrustable warning.
All right.
They tell you do not microwave the Uncrustables. There is a reel that I saw on Instagram. This woman puts the Uncrustable in the microwave for like a minute and a half.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's-
Takes it out, bites it immediately, and burns her face off like she stuck her face in molten lava on the big island of Hawaii, you know?
10 seconds is
my
the max.
God.
That is called natural selection.
Holy crap.
You put an Uncrustable in for a minute and a half. Who wants a boiling hot PB&J anyway? This lady's an idiot. She deserves it.
Yeah, Sid. Apparently her name is Sid, like Sydney, and she put an Uncrustable in the microwave and burned her tongue. I mean, literally her tongue disintegrated and shriveled up like the witch's feet in The Wizard of Oz.
Has she no idea how to eat?
Apparently not. Yeah, Smuckers recommends, you know what the deal is? Smuckers recommends that you take your Uncrustable out, about 30 minutes or so prior, and that it'll nicely defrost, and it'll have that kind of a little bit of a coolness to it, but you don't put your Uncrustable in the microwave because it'll be like you stuck your face in a nuclear reactor.
For that long, like Froggy said, you put it in for 10 seconds, you'd be fine.
And I don't think they want you putting the damn thing in the microwave at all.
Especially, remember you used to get the two of them and put them in under each fold on the left side of your body and the right side?
They would thaw out in no time, and you would enjoy them.
Yeah, love them.
Did I ever tell you the story with my kids? My kids, they needed Uncrustables. Even the crimp was too much. They would take.
great.
Seriously. So if they need to come up with Uncrustables with the with no crimp.
No crimp. Yeah. So that's Uncrimpables.
Well, there you go. Uncrimpables. I mean, what is it with kids? What is it with the crust? Why do you have to cut the crust off? What is it? And then my kids, going back when they were little, they would literally have to have mom take the crimp off the Uncrustable.
It's weird.
Dude, I had the Uncrustable with honey. Oh, game changer.
Hey, speaking of food, should we just ignore the fair food crap that comes out every year?
It's just like like a girl taking all her clothes off in front of you. It's like really trying to get a lot of attention.
You know, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So the latest, did I see this correctly? One of the latest fair foods for the Florida State Fair, they're going to dip pickles in Pop Rocks. I mean, How about just taking a turd and deep fry? How about just go through the neighborhood, collect dog poop, and deep fry it and put powdered sugar on the outside and rainbow sprinkles and drizzle it with balsamic vinaigrette and put it on a stick? How about that's my new fair food.
It's like the carnies have two different kinds of people, and one comes up with oddly quirky, creative food that might actually sound oddly good.
They used to be good.
I had the Krispy Kreme burger one year, and you know what? It was surprisingly good. And then there's the other side of the carnies that are addicted to meth. And when it's their year to come up with food, hey, let's take a pickle and dip it in
I want to know who comes up with this stuff for real. Like, what group of people? Is it a board?
Carny board?
Listen.
Fair food
They
board,
clearly come up with the bizarre fair foods to get attention, to get us to talk about it. And I guess I'm sort of falling for it, but I think we ought to just put it on ignore, because one of the items is a kosher dill pickle wrapped in a fruit roll-up, dipped in chocolate, and then rolled in Pop Rocks, Fruity Pebbles, or Flaming Hot Cheetos. I can't think of anything more grotesque. I would rather you know what? I just thought of something so disgusting I won't even say it on the air. But
Were you going to replace a pickle with a wiener?
No.
The hot sauce. Oh, gosh, that'll get
Come
you.
on. That is just, that is nasty. And again, this is just to get radio shows and TV news operations to, hey, the latest list of the Florida State Fair food is coming out. That's just nasty.
You know, it's all just so heartburn-inducing sounding, because I'm not afraid of crazy food combinations. You know what I ate yesterday that was quite good? I took a piece of deli turkey and spread avocado spread, like guacamole, and then I spread peanut butter. And I rolled it up, and it was good. I kid you not.
Deli sliced turkey,
yes,
with avocado smear
and then peanut butter.
That sounds
and I rolled
nasty.
it up and made a cute little roll up, and it was so good.
Roxanne's opening up a stand this year at the West Chase Carnival.
Yeah, it's Roxanne's foul fair food.
I'm getting my peanut butter turkey rolls.
All right, moving along here on the MJ Morning Show. 7:41. We'll give away $1,000 here momentarily. Another grand in minutes with MJ Bill Pay. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Another $1,000 will be given away momentarily. The 3-year itch. Do you know what this is? Do you know what the 3-year itch is and what it applies to?
Yeah, it's what Froggy has going on. He refuses to see a doctor about.
I can't get rid of it.
I know. I told you, ointments and fresh air and stay dry.
The 3-year itch apparently is people that get bored at work. There is like a cycle of people that get the 3-year itch and then quit their job.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Well, we just did our 3 years, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. Three quarters of the room are rubbing their neck right now.
Yeah, there's a new survey out, new study out. 2,000 people were surveyed, and the bulk of the people, after 3 years at their job, they sort of get the itch to move on and do something else.
I know people like that. They do like a million jobs in a lifetime. They're always doing something different.
I've done one thing.
Annoy people.
Stop.
On the radio.
I've done one thing in my career.
Yeah, but think about the guys who've done radio, but they constantly are on the move. I know guys who've been like to 40 different radio stations.
Well, those guys are dumb.
Yeah, I'm like, ugh, that's...
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a journeyman at radio.
I'm going to get a tattoo of all my radio stations on my arm, and I'm going to get into my Kia and drive home.
My professional career has... back when I was like 13, I had my first job, and that was working for a large TV production company in Virginia Beach, technically Chesapeake, Virginia.
God, you've never worked with your hands in your life.
So I worked. No, we had to roll out 2,000 feet of multi-core cable for the center field cameras for baseball games.
Scraping copper for a plumbing company when you're 13.
Well, listen, I worked for my dad's friend's TV production company when I was 13, 14, 15, and I did some of that even when I started my radio career, but I started my radio career just before I turned 16, and that's all I've done. So I'm now in radio over 40 years. Over 40 years in this business. 42 years, I think, this year. is my time in the biz, but there are people that they get an itch. And Fester, you just mentioned it. You know people that they have some completely new line of work every couple of years.
Every couple of years, they do something different. I just saw a story of the benefit of the 5-year plan. Every 5 years, just reinvent yourself. Move to a town.
I'm going to get into real estate.
You should.
Seems to be something a lot of people don't do.
You know what I forgot to mention? And we got the money coming up in a minute. You know what I forgot to mention?
It'll rock.
With the lack of soap to wash our hands in the men's room here at the Beasley Media Group.
Yep.
Did you see there's a new poop beach warning
Oh.
all around Tampa Bay?
All around or at the famous poop beach?
No, we got numerous poop beaches.
You know what the famous poop beach is?
Oh, Ben T. Davis.
Ben T. Davis.
Oh, yeah. It ought to be Ben Poop
No,
Davis.
it's Ben T. Turd.
Ben Turd Davis.
You want to know what the T stands for? Ben Turd Davis.
Ew, what are the turds from dogs?
Well,
No,
it's just, whatever.
It's like at the top of the bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, warning. Health officials locally have issued no swim warnings for Ben Turd Davis Beach, Ben T. Davis, Cypress Point, Davis Islands, and Picnic Island. Now,
Oh, no, I love Picnic Island.
let me ask you a question. It's, 61 degrees out there right now? Who the hell's swimming right now anyway?
Dude, people from Wisconsin who are visiting in Florida.
Who is going into Tampa Bay right now? And then, Davis Islands. Listen, I don't want to start.
Oh, no.
I don't want to start a South Tampa Peninsula war. But, listen, the Davis Islands water, that back end of Old Hillsborough, that's junky water to begin with. The Tampa Bay side, the West Shore side, that is so much better as far as water goes.
Yeah, about those houses like 3 miles south of Ben Turd Davis Beach.
Well, but no, like the whole Davis Islands thing, and the home prices on Davis Island. That's kind of the junky water. The good water is on the Tampa Bay side. The west side. Anyway,
Davis Islands has a cool feel.
Those are the warning, no swim warning beach areas, and I don't know who the hell's going into, because the water's cold right now too. What is the bay temperature right now?
Yeah, it's got to be very chilly.
Who's even swimming in the turd water? I don't know. Anyway, a special health warning from the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. 746 as our content rolls on, and so does the money. Let's give away $1,000 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there are many of you that are checking the mailbox. You're checking it twice, and what you find is certainly not another $1,000 right now. Caller 105. Caller 105. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're the 105th caller, you just need to know the first name of who won the $1,000 last hour. If you don't know, well, listen to see who wins now, because then you can call in next hour, in the 8 o'clock hour. Then again in the 9 o'clock hour, you got to know the 8. All right, so caller 105 right now. Know last hour's winner's first name, and you win $1,000. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group for sponsoring MJ Bill Pay. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. 800-990-1047. Andrew is screaming away. Oh, speaking of alcohol, did you see the White Claw controversy? Now, with Roxanne's husband, Big Doug, White Claw is his drink of choice.
Oh, it is.
I mean, not many men are downing White Claws. But
dude, more than you think, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
You do?
That stuff is sweet.
My kids think, they know like what endorsements are, and they think that that's daddy's, and they think he endorses it.
Well, you might have a problem if your kids think you endorse White Claw. And Doug. All right, so Doug has what? How many cases of White Claw are at your house right now?
Just
an estimate.
I don't know. I mean, probably 3 in the fridge.
Jeez.
How many in the garage?
Not in the garage, but in the pantry, maybe another
3-4
batch.
cases. Anyway, there's a little White Claw controversy. White Claw is introducing non-alcoholic versions. You know what that is? That's just called seltzer.
Yeah, it's flavored water.
Exactly. It's not a hard seltzer. So White Claw on top of their lowish alcohol content hard seltzer, they're now coming out with a no alcohol version. It's already hit some store shelves. As of January 1st, some Total Wine and Spirits have it. Kroger stores, Albertsons, Safeway stores around the country. We don't have Albertsons here anymore. But here's the deal. The price, though, is outrageous. People are saying, wait a minute. You're charging like alcohol premium prices for just flavored soda water. You know, I'll give you an example.
Wasn't it like non-alcoholic beer, just so you could have one, at a party or
The
something?
new White Claw seltzers, a 12-pack is up to $20, $19.99 for a 12-pack.
Really?
Of no alcohol seltzer water flavored White Claws.
Dude,
You know, I should try to substitute
If he notices.
his alcohol ones with those.
We've secretly substituted Dig Dug's White Claws with the non-alcoholic version. Will he notice?
So you go to the Walmart, and they have like bottles of flavored seltzer water for like $1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous.
So if you have a 12, how much is that a piece? Let me just do the math.
And they're
on it.
not, what are they, 12-ounce cans? Are they smaller than that?
I don't know what the
It's like
can
those
size is.
long
So
2B cans.
$20 divided by 12, it's $1.66 a piece for, let's say, a 12-ounce can. Or I don't know if are they smaller. I have
don't
never.
know.
Let me tell you right now, I have never had a White Claw in my life, the alcoholic version. But people are complaining, like, "Are you kidding me? Zero alcohol, and you're charging $20 for a 12-pack
That's crazy.
of the non-alcohol version." So a little bit of a controversy going on with White Claw and this new product.
I think White Claw smells like cough medicine.
Yeah.
It's kind of nauseates me.
Guess what's gone?
What?
I don't know if this is a stunt. Guess what has been canceled? Ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. What is the gum that is so enticing? And this was a little bigger when we were kids, but what is the gum that was so enticing? You put it in your mouth and there is just a wonderful burst of flavor that lasts for like 2.5 seconds and then gone.
I bet Froggy knows.
Froggy?
Yeah, fruit striped gum, right?
That is correct.
Oh, I thought it was juicy fruit.
No,
it's not just
no.
fruit.
Fruit striped gum is gone.
Look at Roxanne setting Froggy up for the wrong joke.
Folks, listen, this is breaking.
But he had the right answer.
By the way, we're still looking for caller 105, which should happen momentarily. Yeah, the company that makes fruit striped gum is ending it. It's the end. I mean, it's been around for what, 60 years? It began in the 1960s.
It sucks.
But you know what? It was so promising. You look at it, wow, that's cool. Look at all those
Smells
fruit
good.
stripes. Smells good. And then
Tastes great.
you put it for 2 seconds.
Then it's over.
No,
and
we did it. Remember back in the day, we did a test. I think it's still on YouTube, actually. It was the Froggy fruit stripe gum challenge, and I chewed it, and I think it was 12 seconds.
It's amazing how short they lasted.
The sort of independent candy company, Ferrara, they make a bunch of interesting, like old school, like candy items, Ferrara, and they have announced that they are ending fruit stripe gum forever. It's the end of an era, folks. Listen to the quote. The decision to sunset this product was not taken lightly. A spokesman for Ferrara, the manufacturer of fruit stripe gum, we considered many factors before coming to this decision, including consumer preferences and purchasing patterns and overall brand trends for fruit stripe gum, and it is going away. Oh, the other products that Ferrara makes, they make those trolleys, trolleys. What?
Yeah.
You know, they make Fun Dip. You know,
Ooh.
the hard white sugar stick that you dip in sugar and then
Yeah, there's
I
still around.
mean,
Yeah.
Ferrara makes nerds.
and pixie sticks. They make a bunch of those.
Mountlaters?
A bunch of those old classic type
Yeah.
things is what and fruit stripe gum is going away, folks. It is now time to select line 105. Andrew just told me what line was 104. I pick up the next sequential line and say, "Good morning, MJ Morning Show."
Good morning.
Hi, who's this?
This is Paul.
Paul, where are you calling from?
I'm in Spring Hill.
Paul in Spring Hill, would you like to be the 105th caller right now?
I would love to be.
Paul, you've achieved that goal. You are caller 105.
Holy moly.
Paul.
Man, watch your language.
Sir,
Paul,
please.
for $1,000 with the MJ bill pay, can you tell me who won the $1,000 last hour?
Wayne.
That is correct. $1,000, you win.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Paul in Spring Hill. Let me write your name down because you are the name to know for next hour. Paul, are you a regular MJ Morning Show listener or just a Johnny-come-lately for the grand?
Nope. Regular listener.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. It is highly appreciated. I'm happy to give you the $1,000. Congratulations. Will it help with anything?
Yes, definitely. Bills.
Bills, that's it. MJ bill pay. I know you got bills you got to pay, so you listen to MJ.
Listen to MJ.
There you go. Hey,
Wow.
hey, also thank the Kemp Law Group.
Simon and Garfunkel over here.
Thank you to Kemp Law Group.
Yep, Kemp Law Group bringing you MJ bill pay. So, Paul, hold the phone. Andrew's going to give you all the information on how you can collect your check for $1,000. And thank you again for listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Okay, you guys take care.
You bet. All right, he's on line 1.
Man,
All right,
that's Stephen Wright?
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, it's Paul. So, folks, you need to know the name Paul for next hour. So we are at 7:56 exactly right now.
Paul has a heart issue. He can't get too excited. So
so.
Froggy, easy on Paul.
Is fine.
Yeah, I'm sure, but if his heartbeat goes too high, he might keel over.
Holy moly.
8 o'clock hour starts in 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll give away another $1,000 in the 8 o'clock hour. Please stand by here on the MJ Morning Show. We have to decide what we have time to squeeze in. And I had to squeeze this in because there is a photo going around, and the memes are just outrageous, from Sisters, Oregon.
That's the town's name?
It's Sisters, Oregon. A woman and her husband, so Matt Houston and his wife, had a tree crash through their house into the bathroom, and there's a giant log in their toilet. Come on.
That's hysterical.
That's funny.
It's just funny.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't wish, trees crashing through people's houses, but
What are you talking about real duty? What are you talking
all right, Frog, I just dumped that.
Jesus, I don't know what
it's
you're talking about.
A tree fell through their roof.
Do you mean the tree log? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Froggy, come here. Look at the picture. Look at the picture. This is a big, it looks like a pine tree. Is that a pine tree?
I don't know what it is.
That's a
but
big log in the toilet.
You've got to see the log. Hey, Andrew, you got to get this picture.
I took it literally.
All right, we're gonna post this. You got to see this, folks. Andrew, can you hear me, or are you getting all the information? All right, do me a favor. Grab that link and email that to Andrew real quick.
Okay.
All right, folks, give us. Andrew's taking care of the $1,000 winner. He'll be clear in a minute. So, a big storm rolls through at this place up in Oregon. Tree splits, and the giant you got to see it. It's like embeds. It goes right through. Did it go through the toilet seat?
Yeah, it went through the lid. That would have killed somebody.
Seriously, if anybody was on the toilet at the time, it would have been lights out.
What a way to go.
Been dead. Oh, absolutely.
Killed by log while driving.
What is that? Like a 12 or 16-inch branch?
That's a deadly branch.
It's a branch that completely fit into the bowl of the toilet.
But it is wedged. It is jammed in.
Is this real?
It is real. Dude, look.
How can that happen?
It is unbelievable. You got to see the log in this toilet. Oh, hey, Fester found audio of this guy. All right, go back to the beginning of the news report.
All right,
here we go.
Thunderous boom rattled Matt Houston awake inside his sister's home. So we looked around and we were like, well, we don't see anything. And then I said, well, I'll go in the bathroom.
That's where he found the culprit, a huge limb broken off by an abnormally windy and severe winter storm.
I found this floating in the toilet.
In a position he couldn't believe.
Scraped the wall up, knocked the insulation. Our dogs weren't hurt, we weren't hurt. But the house is definitely damaged.
He worried about the tree all 3 years in the house, but no issues until now.
The high winds impacted with a really wet snow.
Oh, man.
That was pretty fierce.
All right, we'll get the video. We'll get the images. Fester, did you send Andrew the link?
I will. I was too busy watching this guy's massive log in his commode.
You got to look at the log. It is a humongous limb off of this. Looks like a big, like a pine tree. Yeah. A huge limb goes right through the roof like an arrow and just jams perfectly right into the toilet bowl.
I can tell you right now, this picture
is the biggest log I've ever seen in a toilet.
It's going to become a meme.
It is.
It
is a meme.
Dude, it is. That's what I said. That's why I said it already is a meme. The pictures are all over the internets.
Pay attention, bro.
Oh, unbelievable. Do you know about this? 8 o'clock exactly at the MJ Morning Show. So now we are in the 8 o'clock hour, so we could give away the next $1,000 at any time. I could surprise people, do it right now. But I won't.
That would be silly.
Yeah, it would be too close. I need more anyway. So do you know, Roxanne, you might be most, I guess, aware of this. Maybe not. Do you know about this alleged Generation Z family photo nose cover?
Yeah, I read that story, but I don't understand it.
What is going on here?
It has something to do with so they're not embarrassed, but are we talking about, how old, we always talk about how old are Gen Zers? I would see little kids doing that.
No. These are
Gen Zers.
These are teenagers to late teens to early 20s, and it's the Gen Z family photo nose cover, and there are more and more photos that are showing up with the Generation Z individual and it's young women, it's girls, it's the guys aren't doing it. It's Generation Z women that they take a photo and I'm doing this on MJ TV right now. They're taking their hand and they put their whole palm over their mouth and their nose, and they're covering up that portion of their face.
What's the deal with
Michael Jackson used to do?
No, it's
Michael Jackson used to go, oh my God.
Come over, look at this photograph. There's a family picture of about 20 people, a couple of different generations, and the two girls who are probably in their teens are covering their noses from the bridge of their nose down to their chin.
We got to take calls on this, but every line is still ringing for the money.
Yeah, we're not going
to. No, I got to take calls on this.
Well, what are we going to do?
Hey, I got to clear the lines here. I want to know, folks. You got to call in. Andrew, do me a favor. Clear the lines. Every single line is ringing. Hi, MJ Morning Show. We gave away the 1,000, but another's on the way. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need you off the line because I need the phones for nose covering. Okay.
Oh, maybe that person knew about nose coverings, MJ.
All right, Andrew's going. No, I doubt it. All right, I want to go to phones here. Andrew's clearing up all the other lines. I would like to hear from people that are aware. So mothers, fathers, or listen, maybe you are Gen Z, or maybe you're a millennial. You have a Gen Z sibling or something. Or maybe you work with Gen Zs at your office or wherever you work. What is going? Can somebody enlighten me? What have you seen this? Have you taken photos and suddenly you look at a photo and you got a Gen Z young woman in the photo covering her face with her hand? It's the nose cover.
Does Chloe do that? Isn't she Gen Z?
You know what?
Yeah.
Chloe is Gen Z. And,
I bet you she nose covers.
Yeah, I don't want to call her this early because she's out west again.
Okay.
So she just flew out to Denver yesterday with a friend. So it's 6 a.m. there now, and I don't want to wake her up. But I want to go to phones on this.
Interesting.
The Gen Z nose cover. 800-990-1047. Folks, it's not for the grand yet. I want to talk about covering noses. Have you seen a picture, and maybe you didn't know they covered the nose, then you see the picture, it's like, why the hell are you covering your nose? What is going on? Who's doing this? Why are they doing this? Do you know people that are doing this? And, the story that I saw was that the Gen Z generation is covering the middle of their face with their hands to try to keep their faces out of the picture but still appearing in the photo to appease the individuals at the moment. But there are just example after example after example that are popping up. I saw 2 or 3 different stories on this and a variety of different photos, and you see like the 15, 16-year-old girl, 19-year-old girl, 22, they're covering their faces in the photo. What the hell is this? Why would you take
Maybe they have big noses.
It is, well, you would know, Froggy.
Oh. By the way, I'm going to talk about my pitch.
So looking at,
you know what? I like that.
You like
it? Yeah, that's good.
I actually, Froggy had an idea that he blurted out in the studio, and I like it.
I'll tell you how it came about, too.
Hang on. We're going to get to Froggy's good idea and pitch in just a minute. Hang on.
So
I have a theory about these nose covers.
And by the way, the phones are loading up here. 800-990-1047. If you can enlighten us, maybe you are Generation Z. Are you a Generation Z individual? Tell us, are you a nose coverer in photos, or do you have friends that nose cover? 800-990-1047. We'll go to phones here in just a moment.
Do you think that they're doing it because Gen Z went through the pandemic with the face covers during their formative years? And if you look at the nose cover, it kind of covers the same place that the face cover used to. Maybe they got used to looking at themselves with just their eyeballs, and they like that look.
I don't think it is.
So
I think that, listen, that's a creative guess. I just don't think that's what's causing it.
there's an element of bullying involved in this, and an element of pictures being posted online without consent, and an element of, you know, if you're a teenager and people are looking for awkward pictures of you, you cover your face and you avoid that ridicule.
Let me go to phones. Yeah, Andrew's having a tough time getting calls through all the people still calling for the $1,000.
Come on, people.
But we are getting some through. Tony's in Palm Harbor. Tony, you're on the MJ Morning Show. By the way, it's a Tony with an I. Hello, Tony.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. So you have a kid doing the nose cover?
I do. I have a 13-year-old who every time we take a picture, I have to tell her, move your hand. I have hundreds of pictures of her with her hand in her face.
When did it start? At what age? She's 13 now. When did it start?
Probably just within the last year.
Yep, look at that.
Mostly through middle school. And so I want to know why.
Have you asked her? What's your daughter's name, by the way?
Samantha.
So have you asked Samantha? Do you call her Sam or is it Samantha?
I call her Sam.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
Sam.
have you said, Sam, what is this? Where did this face covering come from? Did you ask her?
I did.
Yeah.
And it really, I think it starts because they have filters on everything. And so they use these filters in Snapchat, in Instagram, or whatever. She doesn't really have a whole lot of social media, mostly Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And so they make themselves look so much different that when you use a regular camera and take a picture, they don't like what they look like.
Yeah, and that sucks. That's the whole body dysmorphic thing with all these filters, and you've got good-looking people, good-looking young women that insist on using the filters. Listen, there's somebody that I know that works in our building and just constantly uses filters and doesn't need to. Her pictures are great without filters. And
Exactly. My daughter is beautiful.
Yeah.
And will never let me take a picture with my phone.
You know, so much of the younger generation, they're just getting messed up in their heads, you know, trying to live up to a ridiculous image. They look great already, but they don't think they look good enough. It sucks.
Yep, I agree.
Well, have you been successful in getting her to decover or uncover her nose?
Only if she can use it with a filter.
Oh, my God. You need handcuffs or something.
Jeez. So, you know, and I'm
You need those riot plastic shackles, you know, the ones, you know, the zip ties.
Right. I'm a Gen X mom. I'm an older mom. So I'm pretty pushy. And I'm trying really hard because I don't use filters for anything ever.
Tony, thanks. I appreciate the call, Tony.
Say hi to Tony and Tone for
All right, you too, and say hi to Sam for us and tell her to get her hand out of her face. Keely is in St. Petersburg. Keely, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Keely, how old are you?
I'm 32.
All right. Are you a face cover, or do you know people that are these Gen Z picture face coverers?
Well, my daughter is Gen Z. She's 15.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't do it, but I know a couple of her friends do. And so I asked her, and she said it's about consent. It's the fact that they don't like the fact that their parents have been posting pictures of them since they were little because all of their lives are online. Like, we've been posting pictures of our kids since they were babies. They didn't have a choice in it, and so they feel like it's not fair, and they don't like being posted without, like, approving the pictures, and they don't like being on there because they're worried they're going to be made fun of by their friends.
Now, Kelly, you're a young mom. You said you're 32?
Yeah.
And you've got a 15-year-old daughter, so, I mean, you're not that far. So you're a millennial, technically, right?
Yes, I'm a millennial.
All right, so you're not that far out of Gen Z.
No.
But you don't cover your face.
No, I don't. But my parents, they were like, take the picture, smile. We didn't really have a choice, and we were like, okay.
I have a theory, MJ.
What's that, Froggy?
Do you think the mask wearing during the COVID times has anything to do with it? They got comfortable wearing the mask.
Will you stop being...
That's a real question. They got comfortable wearing the mask.
What? You know that Roxanne just said that 5 minutes ago.
Oh.
Keely, thanks for the call.
Must have missed that.
All right. Jamie is in Bradenton. Jamie, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Jamie.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Jamie, go ahead.
Well, I have my 16-year-old son here, and I have no clue about this, but he can explain it.
Oh, yeah. What's your 16-year-old son's name?
Go on.
I'm Jacob.
Jacob?
Yep.
All right, so
Jacob.
So Jacob, it doesn't seem like the guys are doing it. It's the girls. So why are they covering their faces in pictures?
I don't really know if there is a meaning behind it. I think it's just a pose, like a fad that's going around.
How many friends of yours, how many young women, 16 or around, how many are not covering their faces in pictures?
I don't know. It's a very popular thing right now. It didn't happen that often before. I think maybe like half.
And how long has it been? When did this really start? How long ago?
I think maybe like 2 years ago.
All right, so it's fairly recent, but it's really accelerating now. So, Jacob and Jamie, thank you, guys. We appreciate you listening to the show.
Thanks.
All right, guys, have a great day. Yes, Rox.
Based on what Keely was saying, it sounds like a revolution. It sounds like they're just like standing up against their parents. Sounds like they're going to have some issues with counselors.
Wait a second.
Right?
Mike is in Wesley Chapel. This is interesting. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Mike.
Good morning. How are you?
We're well. What's the story?
So our teenage daughter, during COVID, she was able to hide her face, when she was in school and when she was in school because, they were always out because of one thing or another. But once she was able to take the mask back off, she had overheard her mom saying that she never liked her nose because it looked like her grandmother's nose.
Wait, never liked her own nose or never liked
Hold
your
on.
daughter's nose?
Yeah, that's what I want to clarify.
Yeah, my daughter does not like her nose.
No, but your daughter overheard your wife. Was your wife talking about your wife's nose or talking about your daughter?
No, my wife's got a beautiful nose, but
so your wife was talking about. Oh, that's rough. So your wife was talking about your daughter's nose, that she doesn't like her own daughter's nose because it was like her grandmother's nose, and your daughter overheard it?
Yeah, and then when you see all her pictures, they always do the filter on, and the nose is always the first to go and gets changed. She eventually saved up $10,000 and had surgery done.
What, your daughter got a nose job?
Yes.
At what age?
Because it doesn't look like the filter.
But at what age did your daughter get the nose job?
She, when she turned 18.
18.
As soon as she turned 18.
Wow. Now, was that a little odd in the house? I mean, was there ever a confrontation that your daughter heard your wife say that she doesn't like her daughter's nose?
It never really came up as an argument between between my wife and her daughter, but her brother teased her about it and said something, during the holidays and, last year, the year before. And, it became a little argument then. And that's kind of like the beginning of it all. But, it's horrible. These young girls, and they're just, they really wish they looked different. And those darn filters, or making them think that this is the image they have to project to get people like them.
Yeah.
Their brains are getting twisted, and they feel they have to look like the Kim Kardashian type idiots, and all these folks online that are putting themselves through these filters and setting this unreasonable expectation. Mike, thanks for the call. That's an odd situation.
The filters are the devil. And let me tell you, you ever walk into, go to a public place where there are a lot of people. Okay, went to the circus this weekend, or go to the mall or wherever. Look around you. That swath of people that you see looks nothing like the swath of people you see on IG, because everyone is all filtered up.
Yeah, see, I do that at Walmart all the time.
Yeah.
I just look around me. One more
All the time.
one more call, and then Froggy's big idea. Froggy's, what's the big idea? Coming up in just a second. Antonia, Palm Harbor, final call on this, and we got to move on. Antonia, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What's the story?
So honestly, I was listening in and I have no idea. I'm 20. I just turned 23.
All right, so you are Generation Z. You're like my daughter's age. Chloe, my daughter, she'll turn 23 this August, so she's a firm 22 right now. And you're listening in, and what are you about to say about this?
I've never heard of this. I think it might just be the younger generation, like teenagers, but I have never heard of people covering their noses or their faces in pictures. That's just nothing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, the pictures are all over the place, and it does look to be like mid to late teens, so you might be on the outside, a little old for it, but start noticing, and if you know some younger teenagers, 15, 16, 18 years old, you have friends, siblings, whatever, just ask about the face covering. I'm telling you, they're going to know about it. They're going to talk about it. So, Antonia, before I let you roll, are you trying to win the $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show?
Yes, I've been trying all week. I need to get my bills paid for real.
No, I hear you. Antonia, I wish you the best. We'll give away another $1,000 in a few minutes, and then again next hour, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
Thank you, Antonia. 23-year-old Gen Z, MJ Morning Show fan. Again, our demographic spread, we have the widest and best demographic spread on this morning show than any in the entire market.
We have quite the spread.
We absolutely do. All right, Froggy.
Sir?
So this kind of comports. This is kind of a natural suggestion. And Froggy kind of blurted this out. Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Yesterday? Yeah.
Yesterday was the first time I heard it, and it was like 15 seconds before we're about to come back from commercial.
Yeah.
He stumbles into the studio. He's like, you know what we need to do? And I'm like, what?
And the fact that I'm doing this story now, it just kind of dovetails.
We need a good prize.
All right, Froggy has an idea. Froggy, lay out your MJ Morning Show promotional idea.
This is brilliant.
Well, I was fishing with my buddy the other day, and I was talking about how I asked him, I go, can you see your nose? Can you guys see your nose in front of your face?
I can. Watch this. I can if I close one eye and then I look. I can see the right side of my nose.
I cannot.
If I close my other eye, I can see the side
I'm
of the
talking
left
about
side of my nose.
just looking straight ahead.
I can't.
You can't?
If I look straight ahead, I cannot see my nose. If I even go all bug-eyed, cross-eyed,
okay.
I can't even see my nose. I can
definitely see my nose cross-eyed.
I can't see my nose.
Now, I
mean, there's a couple of things I can't see on me. So
so I can see my nose. It's how I've been living. I have a big nose. You
Esther
agree?
hasn't seen his wagon. So
I have a mirror on my floor.
All
So
right.
yes, I have.
All right. So Froggy,
and on your ceiling.
Froggy, what is your idea?
Idea is let's look for the person with the biggest nose in Tampa Bay. Sort of like me. We can call it Froggies. All right.
Yep.
War of the Noses.
War of the Noses.
And it would be real, unlike the totally fake.
Well, let's not get into that.
Well,
I mean,
it has to do with the movie.
But
it's a rip off of the movie.
War of the Noses? There's a movie called War of the Noses?
Well, you know.
It has to be real. It can't be like a fake Cyrano de Bergerac nose.
Nobody does that War of the Roses crap anymore, do they?
No.
I mean, because that was like 90s or early 2000s. But like the War of the Roses, when radio shows used to do
God, here we go.
Well, when they used to do War of the Roses, they're all faked. They're phone actors that the radio stations hire.
This has nothing to do with that.
But yes, because War of the Noses is a spoof, a spin-off, a playoff on War of the Roses.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on.
That is coincidence.
I had no, what?
War of the Noses.
Come on, you're telling me that you didn't come up with War of the Noses as a spoof and a play on War of the Roses? Come on.
I don't know, maybe subconsciously.
Of course you did.
But listen, we've tried to find the biggest nose. Like, who has the biggest nose in Tampa Bay? I want to see it because I have lived with a big nose. Remember a few years ago you painted the Toucan Sam colors on my nose? And they fit easily.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
All 8 colors.
Follow your nose. It always knows.
Yeah, so you guys have been making fun of my nose for years. And I want to see some other big noses.
I mean, just enormous
What would the prize be? Like a nose job?
No.
Oh, my
Just
God.
pride.
No.
What if you did a nose job, though? Why would they want a nose job?
What was that movie with Steve Martin with the giant nose?
I just said it. Cyrano de Bergerac.
What was it?
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
It was Roxanne.
Oh, that's right.
The name of the movie was Roxanne.
You said that? I didn't even hear you say that.
I said, yeah, because the book was Cyrano de Bergerac.
Right.
That's where I got my name.
Oh, from the book?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because my mom's an English teacher.
And
so
her mother is into dudes with schnozzes.
Like, is anybody listening right now that has a big ass nose?
Just enormous.
Like,
what would the prize be?
We got to get a sponsor. We got to come in. Listen, we got to find somebody to be the title sponsor of Froggy's War of the Noses. I mean, it's got to be like $2,500.
Wait.
It's got two college brothers, Kemp Law Group.
War of the Noses.
What do you think? You think it's a good idea? And they send in their pictures and stuff like we used to do back in the day.
One of our new sponsors is the Cake Girl. We can have the Cake Girl do a giant nose cake.
Yeah.
Oh man! Oh, maybe!
God.
Is that the prize?
Maybe that's the prize. You win a giant nose cake from the Cake Girl.
Wow!
That's
Some
awesome.
kind of cash involved.
There's got to be cash too.
There's got to
right?
be some cash, but the nose.
Oh, we shove the cash up the nostrils.
Like the old Double Dare contest.
What if the Cake Girl makes a nose cake of the winner? And then we all eat it with the winner.
Oh, we could pick the nose cake apart.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of creative stuff you can do with a nose cake.
I want to jam my fist up the nostril and just pull a giant piece of cake out.
Like yellow cake and custard. Just coming.
All right.
I like War of the Noses, Froggy. We got
War of the Noses.
Oh, man. What do you think, folks? War of the
Are we going to
Noses?
do it or not? I mean, let's not just. I don't want it to fall in the fester black hole.
Okay, hold on. Like the Christmas album did when you're like, dude.
I have news on the Christmas album.
Hey, Froggy.
What's coming out for Easter?
Froggy, there's something that I saw last night of the celebrity realm. Got a couple of celebrity items that I want to hit here.
Sure.
And when I saw this, I'm like, you know what? Froggy is the Gary Busey of the MJ Morning Show.
Are you nuts?
Do not insult Gary Busey.
Screw you, dude. You're crazier than me.
Don't insult Gary Busey.
Screw you.
Did you see? Did you see? Hold on. Hold on.
You're lucky that hit your microphone. It would hit you in the face.
Oh, my God. Froggy just threw a 20-ounce bottle of water at Fester's head, and it hit the If you heard the thud, do it again. If you heard it hit the microphone. That almost hit Fester's square in the face.
You're lucky. I'm not like Gary Busey. Take that back. That guy's an idiot.
Well,
that guy's mentally ill.
Did you hear what Gary Busey did? You don't know, do you?
No, I don't want to know.
He had Gary Busey's War of the Noses, jackass.
Gary, listen to this. Gary Busey, who does appear to be slightly unstable.
The motorcycle accident made him nuts.
It did. It totally scrambled his brain or something.
Yes.
Gary Busey was spotted by a paparazzo in L.A. yesterday on the sidewalk, unzipped his pants, whips it out, and does number one on the sidewalk in front of people. Just I got
he needs to go away.
When you got to go, you got to go. Gary Busey was pictured this week in Malibu. He literally on the sidewalk just unzips his pants, whips, and just goes to the bathroom.
He's mentally unstable.
Something's wrong here.
He needs to be put in a home or something. How old is he?
Gary Busey's got to be in his 70s, right? 70. Well, look it up. How old? I would
does
say,
he have dementia?
I would say he's 74, if I were to guess.
If you saw a 74-year-old man peeing on the street, wouldn't you call like Baker Act him or something?
Oh, he's 79.
No, 79-year-old has to go.
Yeah.
He's got to go.
Dude, guy's a maniac.
So
he's a great actor. I watched Buddy Holly the other night.
Froggy is the Gary. His teeth are the best.
I love them.
Do those things are they like Legos? Do they come in and out?
They are even bigger now. I think they grew over time.
They do. Did you see Kim Kardashian's old Range Rover, all smashed up and now for sale?
Did she wreck it?
I don't know, but there is a fairly new Range Rover, and I guess the thing got wrecked about a year and a half ago, and now it's look at this thing. Now it's suddenly on the market. It's a 2022 silver Range Rover. You know, it's the big Range Rover, and the whole front end is all smashed up. The airbag is all poking out of the steering wheel.
They haven't fixed any of this.
No, and now it's. I don't think the Carfax looks very good. You know what? You don't need Carfax. Just look at the damn picture.
Give me the Carfax on it.
But Kim Kardashian's 2022 Range Rover, it looks like it was like a carjacked vehicle that went on a joyride with a bunch of teenagers in Compton and then got smashed into a light pole in a Ralph's parking lot. I mean, that's what it looks like.
How do they not say what happened to it? I don't get it.
TMZ had this as well. The listing featuring her old ride, a silver 2022 model that was pimped out with custom rims and all, popped up on a Carfax listing this week. It's pretty smashed up front to back. The bumpers are off. Airbags are deployed.
Now, people with direct knowledge of the history of this vehicle say that it's been driven by one of Kim's staffers who got into an accident last year with it.
Well, now
Kim wasn't in the vehicle.
Oh, that's too bad.
The staffer was driving by themselves.
It's too bad. So a company called Elite Motors of Miami is selling the car. Elite. Well, how does a Miami dealer have Kim Kardashian's bashed up 22 Range Rover? Anyway, the car is just a total mess.
It does have some pretty awesome rims. The wheels alone are pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm not into that kind of wheel. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, what's the latest on Taylor Swift? Did you see this? Taylor Swift and Kelsey.
I'm so tired of them.
It is being reported by the New York Post and Page 6. This hit last night. They are reporting that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce will get engaged this summer.
Who cares?
I don't give a flying crap. I
Tired of
can't even
them.
believe I'm wasting this airtime.
Love is grand.
Yeah. Come on. Do you believe this for a minute?
I'm sure it'll work out.
Like, do you think they're truly in love? Or, I mean, it has boosted both of their careers. From an exponential or proportional standpoint, Travis Kelce's career has been boosted more. The guy's showing up in every freaking commercial on TV now, just because he's hooked up with Taylor Swift.
They're both getting a lot of attention.
They
so
are.
is it love or is it all the attention?
Listen, we said this early on. It sounds like it's kind of a business deal, and like people are falling for it hook, line, and sinker. Do I think that's going to last? Let's say they did get engaged. Do I think they would actually get married? I don't think for a minute. Come on.
Her getting married is bad for her business.
Give me a break.
How will she write those songs?
She's like 50 now, right? How old is she? She's like 35, right?
Yeah, she's 30-something.
Listen, she's settling down with Travis Kelce. Good for her.
Fester, you really?
Yeah.
Do you think she's
carrying Travis Kelce's child? Listen, MJ, who
Kelsey
knows?
Grammer.
Good for them. You can't be happy for anybody.
Listen, no.
Seriously, you are a curmudgeon about everything with Taylor Swift.
Oh, you're calling me a curmudgeon?
You're the,
that's
really?
Hilarious.
If somebody mentions the name Taylor Swift, MJ turns into this, you know what? I don't like her. Have I told you I'm not a fan?
I'm not. I'm just being honest.
It's not a publicity stunt.
It's all because she hung up on him. He won't let go of that.
Do you think for a minute that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are going to get engaged or get married? Do you think for a minute that's really going to come to fruition?
I bet you they haven't even done it yet.
I don't think Taylor's like, oh, man, you know what? I need more attention. Oh, gosh. How can I take over Sunday football and piss
Do a
off
better
middle-aged
impression of
men?
her.
You give me your impression.
Oh, man. I wish I could go. Hello.
All right.
That was really good.
So that's the rumor that they're going to get engaged this summer. Who knows? We have $1,000 to give away. $1,000 momentarily. Keep listening, and I'll tell you when to call in for the $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, and then one other thing. This did not get, I don't know if this got a lot of play. Did you know that the New York Times wrote like a Taylor Swift op-ed, and they speculated whether she was a lesbian? Did you know this?
Okay.
I'm sure she's had her experiences.
Okay.
No, you're not. You don't know that. What are you saying? No, there was a recent New York Times op-ed where there was speculation. There was some kind of a nearly 5,000 word piece on Taylor Swift in the New York Times, and they were speculating on whether she could be a lesbian. It's just very.
Why are people so interested in that?
I watched an interview with a guy who says that he's seen her at blood ritual parties.
Well, you know who we need to talk to about all of this is next week. Hal will have some good information.
Maybe.
On the future of Travis
yeah,
hey. And because aren't they into, like, according to Hal, like thruples and stuff? So
no, but I'm serious. There's this guy who has his tattooed face like a clown. His name's Richie the Barber, and he talks about he used to be a Satanist, and he says that he sees her at all those parties, or he saw her.
Hey, speaking of tattooed faces, did you see that Jelly Roll testified before Congress?
Yeah, about fentanyl.
Oh God!
What?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing nil about him.
Yeah. Jelly Roll urged Congress to pass anti-fentanyl trafficking legislation. Listen, I agree with Jelly Roll.
Oh, leave it. Wait, shut up, Jelly Roll.
What's up with the tattoos? I mean, that's not normal.
He was a rapper for years.
I know,
he
but
was in jail for years.
But,
it's not your it's not your thing.
All
Who
right.
are you to define what normal is?
But he looks like a fentanyl fiend with his face all tatted up.
Okay, all right.
It's not normal. Listen.
I only talk to God when I need a burger.
Jelly Roll.
Because he's really fat.
Yeah, I got it.
Listen, but I do agree with Jelly Roll. I don't know much about Jelly Roll. I'm aware that he was used as a prop for
For
Winona Ryder at the Country Music Awards recently. She couldn't stand up without holding on to him. But we said Winona Ryder, Winona Judd.
Winona Judd. Yes.
Winona Judd. So Jelly Roll, and I agree with Jelly Roll in this. He did appear before Congress, and he's trying to push for. I mean, that you gotta give the guy credit though. I mean, going from rap to country music.
Well, who the hell am I? Who the hell am I? To the
Here's a kick in the head about Jelly Roll.
Yeah, what's
I
that?
heard that song on a country and western station. I heard that song on a dance station, and yesterday I heard it on a rock station.
Really?
And I'm like,
I heard it on a polka station.
I heard it on a Christian music station because he only talks to God when he needs a favor.
Mm.
And I heard it on NPR.
Heads up, $1,000 on the way soon here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Listen to this and tell me if you'd be interested. New technology is going to put a scroll device in your mouth so you can scroll your computer screen with your tongue.
What?
Yeah. Do we really need this?
There's a little sexual innuendo.
I've got a talented tongue.
And then what do you do? Because like, what if I'm like, guys, my scroller isn't working. Fester, could you come lick my computer? Like, how does this?
No.
What are you going to share it with each other?
Mouth.
Like,
it's like a little device that would go inside your mouth, and you go.
Roxanne,
probably like a mouthpiece.
Picture a mouthpiece, but on the roof of your mouth is like a mouse pad that you just ride your tongue along, and you can move your cursor.
From NBC News.
Crazy.
I saw this on NBCnews.com last night. Touchscreens are going hands-free with a new device that allows users to scroll through their smartphones or computer screens using only their tongues.
Well, everybody's kissing is going to get better.
MouthPad is a retainer-like trackpad chip that sits on the roof of your mouth, and you go.
Think about how strong your tongue's going to be if you do that all day. Stare at a screen all day.
Obviously, it's going to be some Bluetooth connected deal or something. And really, you can't just use your fingertip.
Dude, I am legitimately concerned about getting carpal tunnel disease from my phone.
I was working on an invention where you move it with your wiener.
All right, Froggy, come on.
Yes.
Gary Busey has that already.
You know,
in the morning, it's just constantly scrolling
One
up.
small article at a time, though.
Yeah.
Your invention is much funnier than mine, but I've never understood why someone hasn't come up with an invention for your keyboard so you're not all hunchy all the time. Like, look at me, Fester. I'm all hunched. Hunch.
Yeah, you're like
What
the
if you-
hunchback of Notre Dame over there.
Right? Just hunched over.
Notre Dame.
And then what if you had your keys over here, like your HJKL on this side, and then your ASDF on this side?
What the hell is she talking about?
Look at me. And you had like two separate keyboards.
Guess what?
And they were both like behind
sell
you.
those.
I want to push my nipple as a space bar.
Yes.
Oh, I'll lick that space bar.
Space or enter.
When you kind of, when you clench your butt, it's the delete button.
No, nipple, crotch, Control, Alt, Delete.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not making this up. Mouthpad is a retainer-like trackpad chip. It goes on the roof of your mouth. They just debuted it at the Consumer Electronics Show this week out in Las Vegas.
That's crazy.
You know what? It's going to be as commonplace as those idiots who carry earbuds everywhere they
We
go.
don't need this.
Shut up. I like my earbuds.
You carry... are you one of those smoosh bags who carry your earbuds like on your belt loop?
Did you say a smush bag or a smoosh
Smoosh
bag?
bag.
Nobody
Yeah,
does that.
I
You're
think
making
I
that
think
up.
You need smoosh bag is what you mean.
You're making it up again.
It's
You're just
the
making
tooliest
stuff up.
of tool accessories.
Nobody wears that.
There's a ton of... You don't get out. You work at your house. You don't see 5 people in a day.
You know, this is going to have what we call, the law of unintended consequences, and people are going to get tongue injuries.
Yeah.
It's going to affect how people talk because their tongue's going to be so tired. I'm so tired of this and scrolling all day.
Hi, it's the MJ Morning Show. Hi, it's MJ. I'm talking like this because I got the mouth pad in my mouth. All right. There's a guy, listen to this. There's a guy that's suing Walmart. He wants at least $100 million.
Holy crap.
Or unlimited free lifetime shopping.
Oh my God. Is that a tough call? I don't think it is.
What is going on here? Let's talk about Roderick Jackson of Wascom, Texas, suing Walmart, wants at least $100 million in damages or unlimited free lifetime shopping at any location.
What?
All right, so what is this all about? This guy filed 2 handwritten complaints earlier this week in U.S. District Court for the Western District of Arkansas. The complaints do not go into detail about why he is suing Walmart for at least $100 million, but the complaints allege that an incident occurred in March of 21 at a store in Omaha, Nebraska, involved false pretense of shoplifting and the violation of Jackson's civil rights based on race and color. So it sounds like he might have had a little shoplifting run-in, or maybe he was approached by Walmart lost control employees, and he was accused of shoplifting. Maybe the cops were called. Whether he shoplifted or not, I don't know, but it seems that he's making that claim. Jackson is also asking that Walmart pay all of his court costs. He filed the complaints without an attorney, could not be reached for comment at the phone number listed on the complaint in federal court. A spokesperson for Walmart said yesterday that it does not tolerate discrimination of any kind. Sure. Mr. Jackson's allegations are almost identical to a lawsuit he filed against our company in 2021 that was dismissed. We intend to defend the company against the allegations once we have been properly served, and will quickly ask the court to dismiss any claims that are without merit. In 2021, Jackson sued Walmart over the same alleged incident. He wrote in that complaint that he was racially profiled and falsely accused of a crime which led to him being arrested. According to the complaint, he suffered emotional distress, pain from the handcuffs. The police department that arrested him was not named, though. Initially, he sought $100 million and a huge credit for future shopping, but later then amended the complaint to ask for $175 million in damages.
Okay.
That case was dismissed that year because he failed to properly serve Walmart. Yeah, you gotta serve Walmart with your lawsuit.
Okay, so how did he come up with $100 million or lifetime of shopping?
Now, let me ask you a question. is it possible to actually spend $100 million at Walmart? Let's say that he did get the lifetime shopping spree at any Walmart. Could you even spend $100 million at Walmart?
If you bought the entire store, is that even $100 million?
No, wouldn't, absolutely not.
I would think it's difficult to spend $1 million.
What if you bought the store?
Jeez. Anyway, this guy sounds like he's out of his freaking mind. You know what? I have an update on something in a second, but let's give away the money right now. Let's give away 1,000. Speaking of, I'm not going to give away $100 million. How about 1,000? Let's give away $1,000 right now with MJ Bill Pay. If you are the 105th caller, we'll do 105 again. Caller 105, 800-990-1047. Caller 105 must know the first name of last hour's winner of the $1,000 last hour in the 7 o'clock hour. Now it's the 8 o'clock giveaway. Caller 105 right now, 800-990-1047. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show. And, of course, thanks to the Kemp Law Group for sponsoring this contest all week long. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. Simple as that. We have an update. While Andrew's screening, we have an update. Do you remember the story? And we've talked about this several times because it's fascinating. Speaking of big corporate America, do you remember the management maniacs at eBay that targeted a husband and wife that wrote like an e-commerce blog and had a website online? Do you remember the story?
I vaguely remember.
They wrote some unfavorable things about eBay on their website, on their e-commerce blog, and the bigwigs at eBay personally went after the couple. Now, eBay's out in California, based in Silicon Valley or whatever, and this couple is out of the Boston area, out of Natick, Massachusetts. And this little couple, they have a blog, e-commerce blog. They write about things, businesses and companies and e-commerce. And they had some criticism of eBay, and eBay decided to target them personally. Multi-$100 billion company going after this couple. Well, guess what? eBay has now been ordered to pay them $3 million.
Oh, good for them.
And I remember we talked about this at least 2 or 3 times over the last 3 years because it's a fascinating story. So eBay has been ordered to cough up $3 million to resolve these criminal charges. They harassed this husband and wife because eBay didn't like what was written about them online. They sent them spiders, cockroaches, and other really horrific items in the mail. They sent like a bloody Halloween mask.
Is that illegal?
Oh, they were absolutely. They were harassed.
It's illegal to send somebody spiders?
The Justice Department charged eBay with 4 counts of corporate stalking. Officers at eBay, like the director of eBay corporate security, like I think personally flew out to stalk them and was parked in front of their house in Massachusetts. It was crazy. I mean, some of the details here. 7 employees waged this horrific campaign of harassment against this couple for years. And now eBay has been ordered to pay them $3 million. Ina and David Steiner, they said that the whole thing began back in 2019 when they wrote some unfavorable stuff about eBay and some of their policies or whatever, and eBay didn't like it. They flipped out. 7 eBay employees were involved in this campaign.
Wow.
Total intimidation, threats, mailed them live spiders and cockroaches. The Justice Department hit eBay with 4 counts of corporate stalking, 2 through interstate travel, and 2 through electronic communication services. I mean, this is an insane story.
And $3 million is the judgment.
That's what that eBay's ordered to pay them. Now, the Steiners, they run this e-commerce trade publication. It's called E-Commerce Bites. They were threatened to stop reporting on eBay.
Okay.
According to the lawsuit that they filed in July of 2021. And the story caused this campaign of harassment against them. Can you imagine eBay is going after a couple with a little online blog? A half an hour after an unfavorable article was written, eBay's CEO then, Devin Wenig, sent another top executive an email message, and this was all part of the discovery process. If you are ever going to take her down, now is the time.
Yes.
I mean, they're worried about a lady writing a little blog online. I mean, crazy. The executive sent Wenig's message to James Baugh, who was the eBay Senior Director of Safety and Security, and called Ina Steiner a biased troll who needs to be burned down. So
hardcore.
They sent these threatening packages, the live cockroaches, the live spiders, a bloody Halloween mask of like a bloody pig head. They sent that. Oh, they even sent a book called Grief Diaries, Surviving the Loss of a Spouse. So, yeah,
sickos.
Yeah, so suggesting that that one of the married couple, the husband, one of them was going to be killed.
Oh my God! Sounds like it's out of a movie.
Here's a book: Grief Diaries: Surviving the Loss of a Spouse, insinuating that one of the individuals in the couple are going to be taken out, die. Whoa! My God!
Forget eBay. These people need to go into like the revenge business.
There's more. They also said that the corporate security guy, either he or someone else, went to their house, tried to break into their garage to put a GPS tracker on their car. This is eBay. The highest levels of eBay going after a blogger.
It's like Scientology
Would
stuff.
you?
It is.
Would you care to guess what book you can purchase off of eBay?
Grief Diaries: Surviving the Loss of a Spouse.
Yes. Currently available for $5.66 in acceptable condition.
Oh, that's a used one.
Yes. I think new they're closer to $20.
My God. All right, Andrew tells me we're up to caller 104, that the next line I select live on the air will be caller 105, which will be this right here. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who am I speaking with?
Eddie.
Eddie, where are you calling from, Eddie?
I'm calling from Tampa.
Eddie in Tampa. And why are you phoning the MJ Morning Show at this particular moment on a Friday morning?
To win $1,000.
Eddie, you are caller 105. Eddie, can you tell me the first name of who won last hour for $1,000?
Paul.
Paul is correct. Boom! You got it. Congratulations. You got $1,000 with MJ Bill Pay.
Unbelievable.
All right.
Congrats.
Eddie, congratulations, man. Friday morning, 8:47 in the morning, and boom, you're $1,000 richer to help you pay the bills. Thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. Eddie, congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Eddie, what do you do for a living?
I drive
What do you drive?
a commercial vehicle.
Excellent. So, like an 18-wheeler or a box truck? What do you drive?
The waste management.
Oh, look at hey, I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a waste management driver. Eddie, congratulations, man. You got $1,000. Andrew's going to pick up your line, give you all the information on how you can collect your $1,000. And Eddie, they need to know your name for next hour.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I love it. Hardworking guy gets $1,000 here on the MJ Morning Show. Thank you, Eddie. Thanks for listening, buddy.
Damn. I mean, he's driving the truck. He's not the guy picking the stuff up. That's the hardworking guy.
I hope he's going to say he sold electronics.
Oh, like crazy Eddie?
Love Crazy Eddie.
You got him? Yeah. Andrew's got him. So you got to know his name. We've got another $1,000 to give away next hour.
Last one.
Yep. $1,000. Last one. 20 grand this week, folks. $20,000 every hour, every day this week. $1,000. Eddie, the latest winner. Folks, every line is still ringing, so you can stop calling now. But we have another chance to win next hour right here on the MJ Morning Show. And again, special thanks. We really appreciate the Kemp Law Group stepping up and sponsoring this contest this week. 20 grand. Local only. This is not a national contest. You've heard every single local winner. Did I ask where Eddie was from? Hey, Andrew, turn on your microphone. Andrew, where's Andrew? Eddie's from Tampa? All right, Eddie's from Tampa.
Yeah, we asked him, yeah.
Oh, did we?
Yeah,
Did I say? I forgot. All right, folks, another $1,000 on the way, and a lot more MJ Morning Show crap is on the way. But is that eBay story not nuts? I mean, that is just insane. What a big, huge, NASDAQ-listed company would do to harass a couple because they got a little blog. And eBay got a little butthurt over some of their blog writings. Well, is $3 million enough for that?
Yeah, that sounds pretty torturous.
I think if I were on a jury, I think I would have gone a little higher than $3 million, to be quite honest. At 8:49 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Stand by. Hey, when we get back, we got a whole solid hour to go here on the MJ Morning Show. A solid MJ hour to go and another $1,000 on the way here on Q105. Don't move. IDC, International Diamond Center, folks. They're in shock just like you. That 2024 is here already. But guess what? A new year. Q105, MJ and the crew, 9:01 Friday morning. It is the 9 o'clock hour. Another $1,000 on the way shortly. Keep listening. We'll tell you when to call in, what number caller to be, and you could win the next $1,000 in MJ bill pay, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. I've got a little mail observation. I don't know what's happened, but the last couple of years, it seems that it was during COVID that mail in the Tampa Bay area just got all wonky. You know what I'm talking about?
Mail? Like postal service stuff?
Exactly. The mail, the U.S. mail, the postal service. And I've got an interesting observation I want to make here in just a minute. First, though, a moment ago I teased a story that a listener sent. And I love listener content. Folks, if you see a story, you can DM me on Instagram. People send me reels all day long. That gets a little...
I hate that. I never look at them.
Yeah, that bogs me down a little bit.
Unless they're really good.
Listen, if you've got like a comment, a question, if you got some cool content, hey, MJ, see this story.
Or nudes.
Stop, Froggy. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. But, people just sending me incessant, like, reels, it's just, that gets a little too much, to be quite honest.
Creative.
But I got this. This was a direct message on Instagram. So this was sent to me by Jesse. So I don't know if Jesse's a male or a female. I didn't dig into the profile. But Jesse sent me this yesterday. And if you remember, I talked on the program about how I received kind of a gag gift from my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law for Christmas sent me, and I'll hold it up to MJ TV again. It's in my wallet because I never know when I might need to use it. My mother-in-law sent me a $25 Olive Garden gift card.
That's very thoughtful.
And the reason why they sent me the gift card is I had a couple of funny posts. Well, I thought they were funny. I had a couple of posts on Instagram over the last couple of months that we were up in New York City. And, New York City has a lot of really good Italian restaurants. Listen, there are a lot of good restaurants up in New York. Look, hey, Tampa Bay's got great restaurants. I mean, the restaurant scene in Tampa Bay has exploded, post-COVID. Around here. I mean, really, really good stuff. But New York City known for just a great density of restaurants. And I was joking around that we actually went to two great Italian restaurants up in New York. We went to Teresi was one of them, and another one in the West Village, just great. And
was Teresi the one that's related to Carbone?
Yes.
Okay.
So Teresi is part of Major Food Group, part of Carbone. Yep. And we went to Teresi recently. This is back in, I think, late October. And it was great. And I was joking around. I posted some Instagram photos. I was like, son of a, unbelievably, we could not get into Olive Garden. Olive Garden was sold out in Times Square. We could not get into Olive Garden, so we had to settle for this place called Teresi.
Just silly.
Yeah, I'm joking around. And then there was another top Italian, Don Angie. Another one. So we went on the trip back in October, we went to Teresi and, November. It was Thanksgiving week. We were up there. So we went to Don Angie and Teresi, and I was joking around. Yeah, we could. And then the second night, could not get into Olive Garden again. So we had to settle for Don Angie. And these are like top Italian restaurants, right? And my mother-in-law obviously saw my post, so she sent me the Olive Garden gift card. Now, this is where our listener Jesse comes in, who said, hey, MJ, maybe you ought to use your Olive Garden gift card at this New Jersey Olive Garden.
All right.
Where all diners are urged to get a vaccine because a worker has tested positive for hepatitis A.
Ew. Whoa. What's A? Is that ass?
All right, Froggy, please. Really? Really? Food handler at an Olive Garden in Deptford, New Jersey.
That makes it a food handler. Oh.
A food handler
Call him
has
that.
tested positive for hepatitis A. Listen, it could happen anywhere. It's not just Olive Garden. I mean, but my in-law thought it was funny to send me the Olive Garden gift card, and then Jesse thought it was funny to send me this story and say, hey, MJ, hey, use your Olive Garden gift card up at this hepatitis location. So thank you very much. Yeah, the employee tested positive. I guess was infected between December 26th and December 30th. What do you get? Is that the gamma globulin? What's the shot? I had to get.
What?
Yeah, I had to get a shot in my butt when I was like 7 or 8 years. Should I call my mom? Oh, my mom.
I love
Mom's on the radio.
Yeah, I love calling your mom.
My mom.
I love it.
Had to take me to our pediatrician in Orangeburg, New York. My pediatricians back then were Dr. Winikoff and Boris. I
There's
remember
a doctor named Winikoff.
Yes, Winikoff.
You get a cough. You get a cough.
Everybody wins a cough. No, seriously.
Dr. Have a Sneeze wasn't available.
My pediatricians were Dr. Winikoff and Boris. And I had to go. I'm serious. My uncle came down with hepatitis. And the whole family had to go get and I think it was gamma globule, something like that. Professor, Google, what is the shot name if you need to protect yourself against hepatitis? I think it was a gamma. Let me call my mom. Let me see if my mom will pick up. I want to see if my mom remembers my pediatrician's names as well.
How could you forget a name like that?
Winikoff and Boris. What were we going to say?
My pediatrician's name is Erna Puke.
What?
Nice.
Erna Puke?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not.
It's not.
You
It's not.
Erna Puke.
My pediatrician's name is Dr. Michael Jordan.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
Let me call my
Cool,
mom.
right?
Does he leave the rings on when he examines you?
You know, my mom is knocking on 80. I think my mom's like 79. And, you know, they stay up till like 3 a.m. these days, and they get up at noon.
What?
I don't know what it, I don't know what it is.
Are they doing illicit drugs?
I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, they're doing shrooms all night. Yeah.
They're not going to be up.
No, I don't think they're up because they went to bed just 5 hours ago. I don't know what it is. Seriously, they're up until like the wee hours of the morning, and they sleep until 2 p.m.
It's awesome.
Well, why is she not picking up the phone?
Because she's dead asleep. Or they're doing it morning style.
Oh, you stop it. Come on, Froggy.
I'm going to
Really?
roll today.
Where are they? I think they're back from vacation.
Let's hope they didn't Weird Al's parents.
I hope. That's weird. Usually, why am I not getting a voicemail?
Do they have a carbon monoxide checker?
Well, come on, Froggy, please.
What happened to Weird Al's parents?
Just hung up on me. Why is my mom not picking up the damn phone?
Because she knows
She
if
picked up and hung up.
Yeah, if she doesn't pick up in the first 20 rings, it just disconnects.
Why is that going to voicemail? It's just ringing and ringing and ringing. I know they were on vacation. I know they went to St. Martin. Are
they still there?
Maybe they're still, but St. Martin's an hour up, so it would be 10:09 in the morning in St. Martin. Yeah, she's not picking up. Yeah, I wanted to know what I had to get a shot. I'm telling you, when I was like 6 years old, my uncle had hepatitis, and we had to get a shot right in the butt.
Todd's calling.
Yeah.
Shut up, I'm not done.
I don't know what's going on. Let me call my dad. I'm worried now. Hang on a minute.
Oh, they're fine.
Call Todd back and we tell him we were making him a brother.
What did you just say?
I said that your father would tell your mother to call Todd back and tell him we were making a brother.
You know, I don't like this. My mom and dad are not picking up the phone. I don't know where the hell they are.
It's going to be a young brother.
Call.
Maybe the ringers are off because they went to bed at 4 a.m. Yeah, no one's picking up.
Right,
what do they do all night?
I don't know what the hell they do.
Watch TV, I guess.
But is that normal when you're like 80? Do you stay up until 3, 4 a.m. and then sleep till 2 or 3 in the afternoon?
I've come to realize there's the elderly time curve where elderly people go to bed really early, and then if they live long enough, they stay up really late.
Interesting, but does the rule still apply? Nothing good happens after midnight? What are they up to?
Yeah.
Slip and falls, broken hips. I mean, yeah, you're right.
I've got a mail observation here. I don't know what's going on, but mail service, and especially like delivery stuff, I'll give you an example. This kind of ticked me off. Last week, I'm going on my scuba diving expedition. I'm taking Chloe to Raja Ampat. We're going to Indonesia shortly, a couple of weeks. And just getting all my gear checked out.
Okay, is it really Raja Ampat? That's the name of it?
Rajaampat. Raja Ampat means 4 kings.
Okay.
And it's one of the most biodiverse scuba diving locations on the planet. It's bucket list stuff, folks.
I can't get armpit out of my head every time you say it.
It's Raja Ampat.
Okay.
Not Roger Armpit, okay?
I know that guy.
Now, I think he works for Salem now.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. I needed to get a battery changed out in one of my scuba computers. It's a Shearwater Terek. I have a Perdix 2 and a Terek if you're a scuba diver. And I sent my watch off to get serviced. So I send it priority mail because that's what they prefer at the U.S. Service Center. They have the best, luck with delivery. But I brought my watch and I put it into the small, the priority mail box. It's like $10 flat rate, whatever it is. Put the watch in, sealed it all up so it didn't open up and fall out. So I go to ship my scuba computer watch just to get a new battery installed. And I go to the main post office. I'm not diddling and dawdling. I wasn't going to a little local branch. I want to go right to Tampa, Maine, right at Tampa International Airport. I got there at 1:30 p.m. last Wednesday. Not this Wednesday, just this week. Last week, Wednesday. Get there at 1:30, and I do the priority mail, and I go to the computer. I do it right in the lobby, and it's 2-day service to Washington State, which is pretty good. 2-day expected delivery was last Friday, so a week ago. 2-day, Wednesday. So even the computer says expected delivery by 9 p.m. on Friday. So I'm watching the progress. It didn't even leave Tampa Wednesday. It did not leave Tampa until Thursday night. Why the hell would my priority mail package sit at the Tampa Airport Post Office for over 24 hours before it even got into the system? Why?
They're out to get you.
Seriously.
No, it just ticks me off. I don't know what's going on. And then coming back, it was supposed to be 2 days back to me, and guess what? It's out for delivery now, but it's a day late again. I don't understand what's going on. And then if you remember, I had a package. I ordered something, this is last year. Remember the package that it showed up and it said it was at the Ybor U.S. Postal Service Distribution Center in Ybor?
Yeah.
Never got the package. Last track was at Ybor and never got the package. The company had to resend the item that I ordered because it was just lost in freaking space. I don't know what's going on.
But the current issue is when you shipped your watch.
Yeah, it sat at the Tampa. This wasn't some little, Mayberry
Right.
RFD little podunk, little bitch-ass post office. I mean, I went to the main airport post office.
I've never heard of bitch-ass post office. Is that a new one?
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
Did you receive your pants yet, though?
Did I?
When you shipped your pants.
When I shipped my pants?
Good one, man.
Yeah.
Good one.
20-year-old
joke.
I ordered some pants from Kmart and they shipped my pants, but I
try to make a
I never.
joke somehow.
Kmart's not even around anymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So if you're experiencing the same stuff, I don't know what's going on. I gotta believe it's not just me. I don't think the U.S. Postal Service is singling out me, MJ.
They might be. You never know.
Maybe they see your last name and think it's a joke. Somebody's messing with them.
Anyway, so just a little observation. We got $1,000 to give away in just a bit. $1,000, the final grand with MJ Bill Pay, brought to you by the Kemp Law Group. The final $1,000 will happen sometime within the next half hour, right here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Let me tell you something else that kind of peeved me. And this is going to actually dovetail into another similar item. I was out skiing. We were out in Colorado, and there was a book that I wanted, and I went to a local bookshop in Edwards, Colorado, right down from Beaver Creek and Vail. So I drove to this bookshop in Edwards to buy the book. Now, I was going to pay more. It was going to be a full retail, the jacket price, not the discounted Amazon price. Amazon, for the book delivery, the book was like so popular that the book wasn't going to be delivered until like the first week of January. So luckily, this bookstore actually had the book, and I was willing to pay, the $8-10 more to get the book right now to start reading the book. So I go to the bookstore and I fling over my credit card, and they give me my book and they give me the receipt, and I'm like, what's this? A 4% credit card charge on the receipt. They, without telling me, there's no sign. I happened to look at the receipt. There was a 4% credit card charge. And I said, you know, what is this? Oh, yeah, if you use a credit card, it's a 4% charge. I'm like, well, you probably should tell me that.
Yeah.
You should probably tell me that, you know, that, for me, that's the cost of doing business. You're already charging full price. You're already charging $32.50 for the book when Amazon has the book for like $21.88. You're already charging full retail jacket price on the book. And then you're going to try to hit me up for 4% on my American Express card? Really? And it was any card. It was like Visa, MasterCard, Discover. 4% charge to use the credit card.
I've seen places that charge like a 1.5% if you use a credit card. I mean, they get dinged with a fee.
That's part of doing business.
Yeah, but then you don't want to raise the price on the cash buyer.
Listen to me.
I get it.
Fester.
4% seems high.
Exactly. There are some places that will add a credit card fee. I'm trying to think, and I've come across those places, but they let you know. Yeah. This place didn't even let you know. So that really, it pissed me off. You know, it was it was $1.68 or whatever the fee was. It doesn't matter. It's the principle of hitting me up on really the cost of doing business. Most people are using plastic these days. But you know what I said? I said, you know what? I don't want to pay that. I said, go ahead and credit my American Express card. And I dug into my wallet, and I happen to have a $50 bill tucked in my wallet, and I paid for the book in cash. But that bothered me.
Okay.
And especially the non-disclosure, and I have to glance at the receipt to, look at the price, because the final price was like, it seemed a little high, with the price of the book plus the tax, and then they hit me up for a credit card fee at a freaking bookstore. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Well, that brings me to this other item, and that's a restaurant that is charging customers 4% for health insurance fee for their.
Oh my gosh!
We've
charging the customers.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we've talked about this. There are. It's not new. This has been floating around that some restaurants were adding a health care surcharge. We saw a receipt last year. We talked about this, so this is not a new story for us. But this particular situation is new. This is up in Atlanta. An Atlanta restaurant is adding a 4% health insurance healthcare fee to customers' checks to cover health insurance for their workers.
Is that going to cover it for? I mean, something like that is to just raise the price.
Hello, really?
Just
exactly. Fester, we're on the same page here. You're going to charge us 4% and make a deal out of it? Just raise the freaking food 4%. And listen to this. The place is called Jen Chan's. Guess what guess what their offerings are?
Oh, man.
This has got to be the worst combination I've ever heard in my life.
Is the Gen generation?
Nope. Jen Chan, CHAN.
Is it like Mexican Asian?
You're getting close. It's pizza and Chinese.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Dude, I'm not mad at that, dude.
What the hell? Pizza and Chinese?
Do you know how many Chinese buffets I've been to where they have like a hot plate of pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
It's good, too.
Oh, great. So you're going to order the egg roll pepperoni slice?
If they have it.
Crazy buffet used to have a pizza.
Or like pizza with Peking duck.
Yeah.
What?
Yes, a pizza top of Peking duck.
What did you say?
Peking duck on pizza. As a pizza. Peking.
Peking.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the duck, Rox?
Picking.
Sounds like you said picking duck.
No, picking is what you do with the meat off the carcass.
Oh, yeah. I'm starving.
Yeah,
Peking is the name of the city.
Yeah, Peking.
Okay,
well, now it's Beijing.
Yeah, Beijing duck doesn't have the same.
Beijing is now what we call Peking, but
do you call it Beijing duck?
Please stop talking about duck.
I'll tell you, it's got some killer Peking duck. You want some? I mean, I'll tell you what.
I've heard you talk about.
This is making me hungry,
duck.
man. Yeah. You had to bring up Peking duck, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, it's got killer Peking duck.
I knew that.
Is Peter who owns China Yuan.
But a warning, you love that place, and my mom went upon your recommendation, and it's really good. It's really good, but you do need a little help with the menu if it's your first time.
Because there's so much there. They have so much the seafood and just traditional Chinese. For me, the best Chinese in town is China Yuan, Yuan, and it's on Armenia, just north of Waters in Tampa. China Yuan, and the whole Peking duck.
Yes, followed by the Jade Star, which is in like every shopping plaza. Love those
the
places.
Panda Express. Is that? But come on, 4%. That's just obnoxious. I mean, and they can't hold me to that. If I went to Jen Chan's Pizza and Chinese, I would say, no, take this 4%. I'm not paying this.
Oh, I'll wrap an egg roll in my pizza, dip it in some duck sauce.
I will steal 4% worth of silverware.
All they sell is Tostino's pizza rolls there. That's what, that's what they sell. They just chuck them in the microwave.
Dipped in sweet and sour sauce. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good as F.
I think I saw a documentary once on like Tostino's, the pizza roll wars back in the day.
Yeah, that's how. That's the food that built America.
Yeah. Where did I see that?
History Channel.
Yeah. That's right. I saw it on
They have a bunch of episodes.
Yeah, I saw it on the History Channel. You're right.
They did the potato chip wars.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for a very unfortunate email address?
Oh God.
Well, you make your own email address, so it sounds like they made their own.
You know companies that use the first initial of your first name?
Yes.
And then your last name?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. This is a rough one. Hang on a minute. That and a whole lot more. Final segment of the MJ Morning Show is next. We'll also give away the final $1,000 next with MJ Bill Pay, thanks to Kemp Law. Oh, boy. It is a mighty unfortunate email address. I'm a little kid. I saw this, I giggled like a 6-year-old, you know? 9:30 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ and the crew, the final $1,000 in MJ bill pay will be given away very, very momentarily. We'll tell you exactly when to phone in here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, before I get to the very unfortunate email address, and there's a lot of, you know what it comes down to? It was really a story about names that people are given by their parents, and then, you know, those names maybe don't age well, or they've got some issues down the road. We'll get to that momentarily. First, though, Froggy wants to take a moment to wish a very special member of his family a happy birthday.
Yes, I do. It's very, very important.
Yes.
I want to say happy birthday, and I know she's listening, to Miss Elizabeth. Yes, Miss Elizabeth. My dog that I got on the show. You remember?
Your is it a pug?
Wait a minute. Has it been a year?
It's a French bulldog, you dummy.
Oh, no. The dog is a year old today.
It's been like 10 months.
But, yeah, you got it like 8 or 9 weeks later.
Yes.
Right,
and
right.
she's a year old today.
But today's this is not the anniversary of the day you got the dog. This is the birthday for Miss Elizabeth.
Yes.
You're wishing your dog.
So
a
I
happy
promised
birthday?
her every would sing happy birthday. Ready?
We're gonna
1,
sing.
2,
I'm not gonna
3.
sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miss Elizabeth. MJ, you're not singing.
Happy birthday to you. And of course,
wait, she missed it. We got to do it again.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Where's Roxanne?
She heard that we were going to sing happy birthday to a dog, and she said, screw this.
She just texted everybody. She's going to be back in a second.
What is she doing? Where is she?
Stop it. She's doing something important.
She's doing something important. She's the most important person here. She's doing
Happy
something
birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Elizabeth.
That's right.
1 year old today, Froggy's French Bulldog. And you know what? It's quite the, I think, the milestone that you were not shot while walking Miss Elizabeth in your neighborhood like Lady Gaga's dog walker.
The dog wasn't abducted?
I walk with an open carry shotgun in case anybody wants to mess with her.
Froggy walks with a Barrett 50 cal.
That's right.
Yeah, while walking Miss Elizabeth. Listen.
I hold my Desert Eagle just out.
Froggy's got the same breed of dog that Lady Gaga has. And remember, Lady Gaga's dog walker was walking 3 of Lady Gaga's French Bulldogs, and he was attacked at gunpoint and shot in the lung I mean, the guy survived.
You leave my Miss Elizabeth alone.
And we have some special music for Miss Elizabeth.
Oh, of course. Her theme song. We play it for her every night.
Oh, yeah!
Miss Elizabeth.
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
This is Randy Macho Man Savage's Miss Elizabeth music.
Isn't this graduation music?
That's right. No, it's Macho Man's theme. It's not like graduation music.
Yeah.
Class of 2024, as you move on.
Roxanne just walked into the studio. Where were you?
Yeah, I just texted you. I was in the restroom.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
Everything came out all right?
I mean, I just
really?
went
She's
to
late
the-
to the show.
Really?
There's obviously a medical concern. I
No,
care about my
it's-
friend.
Dude, what are you
Well, this
doing?
is quite the segue I have right now.
Don't we have like a meeting after the show? So then I was like, let me use the restroom now because normally I would wait and go after the show.
I'm going to go during the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to text Ken, make sure he's coming in. Hang on a minute.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right, Ken's our general sales manager. Let me just make sure he's coming in. All right. So
where's Barbie?
I had I still haven't seen that movie. It's
on Netflix.
It's actually cute.
I've got no desire to see the movie.
It's cute. It really is like female empowerment.
But
I'll watch it just to look at her feet.
Yeah.
Are you going to hold it against me, Roxanne, that I have no desire to see the movie Barbie?
No, I don't hold things against people for their preferences in movies.
Yeah, that would be stupid.
All right. Well, I saw an item about unfortunate names, and when you're a parent, you got to be conscious of some of the crazy names. Like, here's a story about how, when your kid, the name might be cute when they're a kid, but what happens when they grow up and they're in school or they go out into the workforce and they've got some just, crazy, dumb name. Here's a boy was named Zoomer. Zoome. Come on.
That's a cute little boy name.
Come on, Zoomer. Or Andrew just said, what about all of Frank Zappa's kids' names? Like Moon Unit.
Yeah.
And Dweezil. Meanwhile,
Sun.
Dweezil's like 70 now, I think.
Yeah.
Sun Dong.
All right, now.
Yeah, it worked out for them.
This is another example of, I guess the parents didn't think ahead. Samantha is 27 years old. And Samantha works for a company where they take your first initial of your first name and they put it just before your last name. And that is your email address. So it's blank last name and then at whatever the company email extension is. Samantha's last name is Hart. H-A-R-T.
Ooh, that's awesome. Oh, Samantha.
Oh.
So Samantha's email address is shart. S-H-A-R-T.
Oh, God. That's amazing.
I think you could say shart on the air.
Okay, you can.
I don't
Luckily,
think
her name's not Francis.
The only thing that would make that better is if it was past tense, I think.
Oh.
I don't know. I just
the last name was Hearted.
Yeah, I think that's funnier.
Samantha Hearted. So here's your email address.
Yeah, if you want to get a hold of Samantha, you just send your email to shart, S-H-A-R-T, at whatever her company name is.
Yeah, I'll never hang out with her.
That is the worst email address I've ever heard since my friend Frank Uckme.
Jesus, Fester, that is awful.
What'd you say? I missed that.
Oh, my God.
Hold on, what'd you say?
You should have dumped that.
Well, I didn't.
That's the worst email address I've ever heard since I heard the email address from my friend Frank Uckme.
You love when he laughs at his own joke.
Frank Uckme.
I know Mr. Uckme. I know the whole family.
Do you know Shelly Hithead? Do you know Paul Eckerbreath?
All right, stop.
Oh,
All right, stop.
Mr. Eckerbreath is very nice.
Wait, well, don't make fun of my friend Jason Ackoff.
Please, Fester, stop.
There's no guy named Jackoff. You know?
I got his email address.
I just dumped that.
Sorry.
I just dumped
You're
that.
terrible friends.
Oh my God! All right.
Sorry, Henry Erpies.
All right.
All right. We get it.
I got a whole list. I made a list.
He's been writing them for 20 minutes.
Fex was making
Look here. Paul Eckerbreath.
Yeah, I see it. P. Eckerbreath. I got it. All right.
Oh, my gosh.
So 9:38 at the MJ Morning Show. Yes, I'm going to send a short email.
It's an attention getter if you're selling.
There is, what time is it? 9:38? All right. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do the money right now. Because the last one, I'm going to go with caller 1005.
Let's do it now.
Keep this going.
Might as
All
well.
day.
We will be here until 10:45. No, we'll do caller 105. So last hurrah here, folks. The final $1,000. Who is going to grab the final $1,000 with MJ bill pay? Thanks to the Kemp Law Group. Who is the final $1,000 winner? It could be you. Caller 105 right now. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If you're the 105th caller and you know the first name of last hour's winner, you win the last $1,000. Wraps it up, folks. A full $20,000 in cash, $1,000 a pop every hour, every day this week during the MJ Morning Show. And we've come down to this. All right, caller 105, 800-990-1047. I was trying to recount some of the statistics here. How many total callers called in and didn't know the name? Was it two?
It was two.
Two.
It was Charlie on Wednesday.
And one was
Tuesday.
one was today, right? We had one early this morning where they didn't know the winner's name from the previous hour. So we had to go to the next line. All right, so caller 105 now. Good luck from the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. A couple of things while we're waiting for the screening to occur before we shut the show down today. There is a bachelor who is suing dozens of women for $75 million. You're saying what?
What?
Like I said, Froggy's saying what? There's a Chicago guy who's suing dozens of women for $75 million because they posted negative reviews online on I guess it's a Facebook page called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Have you heard of this?
So I've heard of pages that exist where you can see if anybody else has posted about the same guy. Yeah, I've heard of these before. Is it like a Yelp for boys?
Yeah.
It's Facebook, and it's the group Are We Dating the Same Guy? And women described him as very clingy and a ghoster. And now Nico D'Ambrosio, 32 years old, claims his reputation has been soiled. And now he is suing. Apparently his name and photo were shared on this Facebook group Chicago edition late last year. And all kinds of defamatory and nasty comments were left about him. And now he's going after over a dozen women who left nasty things. I mean, first of all, what kind of player is this guy that you have dozens of women leaving messages about you on some Facebook page?
You know, if dozens of people are saying that you're a clingy ghost, then maybe you are.
How can you be a clingy ghost? Ghosts can't even touch you.
Yeah, that's kind of like an oxymoron, right?
You know, if it clings like a cling, and if it goes like a ghost,
the clingy ghost.
There you go. It's a clingy ghost.
Remember the dirt.com, that old website
I
that used to
remember that.
post about?
Yeah, was it the dirt or the dirty?
The dirty? I don't know.
Yeah.
But it seems like that sort of same thing.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
That was like a Scottsdale. It originated in Scottsdale.
In Arizona?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do you remember that?
On Jackson Street. She knows everything about it.
What? I don't know. It just popped into my head.
It's a little tidbit. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture of Mr. D'Ambrosio. He looks like a normal guy. I mean, listen, Roxanne, take a look. I'll hold it up to MJTV.
Yeah, no, I sent you that story, so I did read it, and I did see that picture of him. He looks just like a regular dude.
Yeah, looks clingy if you ask me.
Looks like a normal dude, and he's all butthurt because, I mean, but I'd like to know, is he really ghosting women? Is he Is he clingy? I mean,
how can you be clingy and then ghost? I don't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if sounds like
They cancel out each other like magnets.
Exactly. Well said.
Thank you.
Look at Froggy bringing science into relationships.
I wonder if, though, it's really like well over a dozen women, or I wonder if it's some of the same women posting as different women to kind of juice up the quantity and make him look even worse.
Right.
Is this going to help his dating life moving forward? Oh, you're the guy that sued dozens of your previous
for
dates.
$75 million.
Just for saying you're clingy. I mean, there are worse things that you could say about a date, right?
Yeah, this is going to get tossed out. This is like a federal court case. He filed filed this in federal court in the U.S. District of Illinois, Northern District of Illinois, is where he filed this thing. Yeah, the private this private group. It's a private Facebook group. Originated in New York City as part of a larger network of pages where women share information and review and leave negative dating experiences and encounters that they've had with guys. So it's sort of like this big Facebook group with all kinds of red flags for women to take a look at to see if potentially they're dating or possibly dating a guy that could be flagged.
Yeah. Well, I think both these terms, clingy and ghosting, are very subjective because one woman's definition of clingy could be another's definition of like cuddly what you're looking for. And then like ghosting, one person's definition might be another person's definition of a healthy space.
9:45 at the MJ Morning Show. Hi, good morning. Who is this?
Jill.
What is your name again, please?
Jill.
Jill, Jill?
Yes.
Jill, how many phones do you have going on, Jill?
Two.
I heard a busy signal on your other phone. Well, good news for you. You got through on one of the phones because you're live on the MJ Morning Show right now. Jill, you're caller 105. Jill,
oh my God.
Jill, do you know the first name of the winner from last hour?
Wayne.
Jill? Wayne is not correct.
John?
No second guesses. No second guesses. Yeah, hang up. Yeah, hang up now.
Hold on. Jill, you got through, but Jill, Wayne won in the 6 o'clock hour.
Oh my God.
No more guesses. No more guesses.
8 o'clock hour.
Jill,
drop the line.
Jill, I'm sorry, but you didn't get it.
Bye, Jill. You lost.
Oh my God, and I need this money so bad. I fractured my shoulder 3 weeks ago.
Again, MJ will give it to you.
Jill, I'm so sorry. You were caller 105, but you didn't know who won last hour. All right, Jill, thank you for listeing.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
All right,
Jill.
Oh my God, my heart is broken.
No,
Jill, I have to go to the next line.
We can't break the rules.
Oh my, it's the last one. The last one. We're going to the backup. We're taking caller 106 now.
Jill.
Good morning. Who is this?
Good morning. This is Jane.
Jane.
From Jill to Jane.
Yes. Jane. Jill's misfortune is possibly your good luck.
Oh God.
Oh, yay.
So Jane, the previous caller did not know last hour's winner's first name. So you're the next caller in line. Jane, who won last hour?
Eddie.
Eddie is right.
Ow.
For real. Break my ears, dude.
Oh, man.
Jane, congratulations, $1,000.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Jane. Let us hear you scream.
Jane, where are you calling from?
Dade City.
From Dade City. All right. Jane, congratulations. You're the final $1,000 winner.
Scream again.
Yes.
All right, Jane.
I literally called all week. Woohoo!
Good job.
Well, you called all week, and it finally paid off the last one. Hey, seriously, Go ahead, Jane. What?
Literally, I've tried all week, and I said, you know what? Today's my day. This is the last one. I got this. I'm going to win. And I was like, I have all faith. I'm going to win. That's it. $1,000. Yes.
Well, Jane, you got it. Congratulations. So Jane in Dade City, the final winner. Jane, hold the phone, and Andrew's going to get all your information. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Hold on a second. All right. I want to thank everyone. And
you're welcome.
And I wish I could give away $1,000 to every single person that called in this week. Hundreds of thousands of phone calls were attempted to this radio station this week. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of calls were placed this entire week to try to win one of the $1,000 prizes of the $20,000 we gave away, thanks to the Kemp Law Group. So every line is still ringing. I wish I could have given away $1,000 to every single listener that tried, and I just want to thank you for listening to our show. I want to thank you for your diligence and paying attention, but obviously we can only pick up one line and we can only have one winner, but I wish I could give $1,000 to everyone. So I really appreciate everyone that listens and that everyone that tries to win our contests. So from the bottom of my heart, successful week. Thanks again to Stacey Kemp and the Kemp Law Group for stepping up and sponsoring the contest. So very successful broadcast week here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Roxanne, any final words on a Friday?
Everybody be safe out there.
You going to get hammered
this
weekend?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll keep you guys posted.
Isn't that MJ's tagline?
I know. That's
Hold on. Did you tell me... I think you sent me a note in text or email that you wanted to do absolutely nothing this weekend.
Yes.
And just chill out, gel, and do zero nothing.
Yep.
And I know I like doing that too. Just nothing to do. Just total relaxation.
That was my goal.
And then Doug, your husband, has hit you with a list of like 29 things to do this weekend?
Yeah. Jeez, a lot of activities.
Boy, Doug.
You gotta,
activities.
Is it true you're ripping out all the shrubs and replacing them?
What? No, I don't do that.
With plastic flowers from Michael's? Is that true? Fester, anything before we go?
Yeah, let's be careful out there.
Stop taking my closer. Stop taking my closer line. All right, Froggy.
Just remember, be safe out there.
Please stop it. All right, folks, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here live on Monday morning at 6 a.m. Have a fantastic weekend here on the MJ Morning Show, or from the MJ Morning Show on Q105. And as I always say, folks, let's be careful out there.
The Q105